All right, hello, everyone. Sorry for the little delay there. We're going to get started now. Let's go ahead and jump back in to Murder on Eridanos in the Outer Worlds. Continuing our Maniacal Moron run. Full of bad decisions, dumb dialogue choices, and the occasional surprise murder. Because who doesn't like a little bit of surprise murder? Okay, so let's refresh our memory here. Where were we? We've got this cool little observatory here. Okay. Let's check the journal. Enter Rizzo's RR&DD Labs. We got the security card from the picnic site. It's unknown who dropped it, Helen or her mysterious paramour. John W's in the chat says, awesome, got here at the start today. That is awesome indeed. Great to see you here. Okay, let's switch to a real weapon. And head over this way. So these are the RR&DD labs. Because one R and one D just isn't enough for Rizzo's. Anything interesting happening over here? Orchard worker, and you have a creepy purple thing too.
Wow, I know you. You're the adjutant's right hand.
Yeah, not really, but you have a weird purple thing on your neck, and it's probably bad for your health. But you're smiling anyway. All right, I'm thinking, do we put him out of his misery? Maybe there's going to be a way to solve that problem later. Lockpick isn't high enough there. FD grade face mask, but 82 bits. Let's see if we can throw on our lockpick glasses. Or lockpick helmet in this case. Now we can get in. Alright, take all of this. Just take a quick look at that helmet. Really? That's it? It's only a level 14? Okay, well, we'll keep the lockpick helmet on for now. See if there's anything else we need it for. A little more loot. I'll take all the loot I can get. About here. Oh, we've got... Oh, another dissident hunter. And nobody can see me back here, so we're just gonna steal everything. Dissident Queen Chapter 1 continued. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so maybe we have multiple chapters with different parts? Haha, are those Halcyon Helen and Typhon Tim I spy? Crouching in the dark like terrified sprats? A fine job you two did on my ship. Most of my crew was torn to bits by the rampaging beasts. I've found you to pay you back with interest. I say we shall defer that payment, shouted Typhon Tim, and his hand flew to his holstered auto-mag. Ere his fingers... Okay, that's maybe a bit of early 1900s English I'm not familiar with. His fingers even touched the weapon's grip. He was struck 15 times in the face by a hail of bullets from Mercer's weapons, at which point he promptly expired. Helen, cool as usual in the face of death, hefted her bottle of nearly 100% meal grub-free purple berry liqueur and hurled it toward the villain. Her aim was true as ever, and the projectile struck Mercer in the forehead, knocking him out so soundly he could not even utter a curse. "Fine aim, ma'am," said a woman close by, once the other patrons' cheers subsided, "though I must say I'm sorry for your friend. As was I at first. But then I witnessed what lay in the wake of the bullets. Look!" And as she gestured at what was left of Typhon Tim's head, something small and black began to wriggle amongst the gore. Okay, so the story continues to unfold there. I guess now we can head on in. Oh. That was a surprise. I wasn't expecting that. You want to make me smile, huh?
I just want to be your friend.
Oh, these enemies are great. And that seems to be the end of them. And we have a new flaw. Vermophobia. Constantly taking damage from parasites and infected humans, you're no longer as effective around worm-like creatures. We lose dexterity, perception, and temperament, but we get a perk point. I already don't really know what other perks I'm even interested in, so yeah, we're going to go ahead and reject that. No need to become weaker for nothing. All right, any more enemies around? Well, let's go ahead and do some looting if we can. Make sure we keep our ammo supply topped up. Oh, I guess I was going in the right direction after all. The RR and DD Labs. Okay, unlock with the security access keycard, no problem. Let's head on in. Easy in the chat with a smiley face. How you doing tonight, Easy? All right, and what do we have here? We see a toppled thing here.
I can hear you out there. If you still possess the majority of your mental capacities, please locate the test room through the lobby and to the left. You'll see me through the glass.
Okay, so Dr. Blossom is talking to us through the PA system. Let's go ahead and loot before we go talk to her. Nothing too intriguing here. Bolter Pistol 3.0, music box. That looks like loot. A jeweled ring. That's a very small piece of loot. Okay. Some bit cartridges, some purple berry wine. And we'll check out that terminal in a second. I just want to do a little loop around the room here and see if there's anything else. Nope. Terminal time. Use terminal. Rizzo's candy has been scientifically proven to not give cavities. 5 out of 5 Rizzo Company doctors agree, based on the average lifespan of colonists. Rizzo's Research and Development District. Serving the Rizzo's family. Reception terminal. Select an option below. Hack 60. View recent appointments. Door. Name, Ms. Ruth Bellamy. Stage name, Halcyon Helen. Description, lab tour. Name, Administrator Ludovico. Description, product presentation. So Helen came here and got a product presentation from the person running Rizzo's, or at least running this project. We have some messages here. 2. Department, Utility, Subject, Cleanup Request. Hello, I'm sorry I haven't had the chance to get your name yet and update the terminal. When you have a moment, could you bring a mop to the lobby? Dr. Blossom seems to have had a rather rough night and spilled some coffee on the floor. Okay, well, hopefully that's all that was. And we have another one from L. Blossom. Subject, what in the architect's blue blazes is going on? And it's to Department all RR and DD Labs employees. What in blessed corporate law is all that commotion down there? I don't believe the rocket fuel combination distillery mixture was scheduled for another week. Could someone please inform me as to what the racket is all about? You better have a damn good reason for interrupting my meeting with the administrator. I expect a full explanation and apology within the next 15 minutes, or people are going to start losing jobs. Okay, well, she sounds tough. All right, so that is everything that was there. And that must be Dr. Blossom, but let's take a look around the room here first.
Stain identified. Source, arterial blood spray. Dispensing mix of sawdust and abstergent now.
Oh, Sam. And here we have a champion toss ball stick. Let's just take a look at that, see if it's any good. It is pretty good. I wonder if it's better than what Felix has. 497. 540. Yeah, it might be a little better. And it's appropriate with his outfit, so we'll give him the toss ball stick. Sealed door. A Rizzo's display. Rizzo's first product. Before Rizzo's was the confectionery juggernaut you know and love today, it was an above-average chemical waste management corporation. On one otherwise unremarkable day, an employee on the slurry stirring shift leaned a little too far over a chemical vat, dropping a single purple berry that had been hidden in his jacket pocket. Instead of being immediately fired for his hazardous incompetence, the employee was given an ultimatum by his supervisor. Retrieve the fallen fruit and stay employed. The employee jumped into the vat, swam for the purple berry, and accidentally swallowed it. The rest is history. After he was pulled from the toxic waters, the stirrer stated that the chemical-coated purple berry hadn't been half bad before falling into a toxic coma, giving his supervisor the idea to sterilize and adjust the chemical mixture for human consumption. Soon, the sour, sweet-coated purple berries were more or less edible, becoming Rizzo's first mass-marketed product, the Purple Berry Bunch. Wow. Okay, so we have a little bit of Rizzo's history there. This place is kind of like an exceptionally demented Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. Which I can accept. I think that's kind of a fun time. All right, we've got a vending machine. Let's go ahead and sell our junk. And anything else we can sell while we're here? Yeah, we don't need that. Picking up a lot of sabers. Oh, that was a unique item, wasn't it? Oh, well. I'll live. Wow. Light Pistol Mark III. 770 DPS. Maybe that's worth keeping around. Oh, that's 776. Okay, we'll keep that around too. That's still really low. Another Assault Rifle Mark III at level 29. Is that better than the one we have? We'll have to take a look at that. It might be. And don't need that. Captain Robin's Spine. We'll save that for Ellie. And I'm pretty sure Felix already has a good one of those. Don't need that. Okay, we don't need 2 bolter pistols. So we're good to go there. And we have a few armor pieces we can dump. I might need medical at some point. We'll hold on to that. Don't need that. Nope. Anything with defense or melee, I'm not worried about keeping. And that is just plain armor. There's nothing special about it. It's kind of cool. And it's good armor, but it also weighs 2 pounds, so that can go. Well, that's my lock-picking hat. We want to keep that. Or is that an extra lock-picking hat? I don't know. We'll hold it for now. Okay. Everything else I think we want to keep. Yep, we're good there. How about mods? Yeah, we can sell some melee mods off to get our weight down. And that's good enough. Okay, I do want to take a quick look here. Yep, that's where he's at, so he's fine there. I want to see my inventory. Did I put my... Okay, I do have two of those masks. That's okay, we got to get back in uniform. There we go. All right, let's go talk to Dr. Blossom.
How in the aether did you get in here? You're not a Rizzo's authorized. Oh, void it all. What does it even matter now? What do you want? Speak up and quickly if you will.
I'm authorized by whatever I want. Ooh, lie. Surprise inspection. I'll need a walkthrough of the facility and access to your computronic systems. Let's see where our lie is. How do I back out? Apparently I can't. Okay. I'm investigating Halcyon Helen's murder. Was she here recently?
You do know that Halcyon Helen is a fictional character portrayed by the late actress Ruth Bellamy, yes?
Yeah, I've been saying that.
One can't be too sure with so many simpletons around in the day-to-day. Regardless, I am not at liberty to divulge such information with non-employees or personnel lacking security clearance level Spectrum Orange.
Okay, then.
Of course, if you were to say, contract your services to me, I suppose I could grant you clearance enough to answer your murder-related questions, Mr. Inspector. You see, I've found myself in a bit of a pickle. Some of my lab techs have turned rather aggressive following a recent experiment gone awry. Hence why I've barricaded myself in the lab.
Yeah, I'm guessing that's the pink things in the neck. Didn't see any hostiles on the way here from the entry door. You could make a run for it. What goes on in these labs that would turn your researchers against you? Persuade 60, there isn't anything you can do to help. Or 4, I can take care of your problem, but I'll need you to answer some questions afterwards. And number 5, not about to step in this mess.
Wait,
that's what I want to do for now.
You can't leave me here. What am I supposed to do? Execute my subordinates myself? How uncouth.
Okay, so she just wants me to execute people. Intriguing, but what I want to see is whether or not I can pass that lie check. Lie is at 60, so probably not. But let's take a look. And I already have a lying bonus here. So do I have, it gives me dialogue skills. Do I have anything specific to lying? Doesn't look like it. Nope. Okay, well, let's see if we can pass it, but I doubt we
Decided to help
can.
me, have you? Or do you just fancy gazing at me through the glass? Remember, my lab techs have turned quite frenzied following a unsuccessful experiment. It's making them quite violent.
Oh, I don't get the lie check back. Oh, well. Okay, so, isn't there anything... Well, do the persuasion check. Isn't there anything you can do to help?
Yes. I suppose I should make myself useful. Let me think. I know. I can remotely unlock the supply closets in the lower levels of the lab. Perhaps you'll find some useful apparatus or two in them.
Okay, maybe they'll find a weapon or something down there. Didn't see any hostiles on the way here from the entry door. You could make a run for it.
And lose my life's work? You want me to just burn my lab and my entire future to the ground over one experiment that's gotten rather out of hand?
Sounds
No,
fine to me.
I think not. We merely need to clean up the mess, so to speak. Reset the lab back to functional parameters.
Need a cleaner? Call Sam. Our units are the best in the biz.
Staff can be replaced, you know. Research data? Now that's invaluable.
What goes on in these labs that would turn your researchers against you?
Oh no. They're quite unaware of their actions, I'm afraid. We're a research and development branch of Rizzo's, focused primarily on the Spectrum vodka line. But the specific research that goes on in this facility is utterly confidential. You understand?
We can pass another persuasion check with... At 90, I'll find out when I hunt through the labs. You might as well tell me up front.
So you've no qualms about snooping through my precious research files?
Not one bit.
Will you understand the data once you've acquired it?
Also not one bit.
Essentially, we research new innovations for an array of Rizzo's products. My present troubles stem from one we've just developed. The product's potential for profit is nearly limitless. But I'm afraid explaining the science behind it would far exceed your capability for understanding.
That's probably true. Science 150, a sudden onset of violence, indicates some sort of quick-acting neurological agent. Well, I know we're nowhere near 150 for science, so we're just going to say, wow, okay then.
Now, was there anything else?
I can take care of your problem, but I'll need you to answer some questions afterward.
Excellent. You have my gratitude, and soon you'll have my knowledge of Miss Bellamy's recent visit as well. Now, if you'd rather not kill my lab techs during this cleanup, I believe you can dispense a sedative gas from a terminal in the utility room.
All types of defilement must be vaporized with extreme prejudice.
The door to the lower labs is sealed for our safety, so you'll need to take the elevator down. I'll unseal the access hallway for you now. Do take care.
All right, let's get our proper attire back on. And now... So it sounds like we've got a choice. We can either just execute the staff, or we can find a more peaceful solution. A little bit of loot, and we've got another terminal here. Let's check that out. Employee Notifications Terminal. Greetings, employees and lab staff. Find helpful memorandums and news here. Memos. Mind the gas canisters. Hello, everyone. This is your friendly custodial staff offering a preemptive apology if the elevator hall is crowded with gas canisters. There are quite a few of them and only one of me, so I'm moving them in loads down to the utility room. Do be cautious. They're filled with a sedative potent enough to put a hungry mama raptidon out cold. Thank you for your understanding. Memo. After work bar meetup. Dear esteemed colleagues, my team and I are all heading to the Grand Colonial's bar this evening for some drinking and fellowship. All real scientists are welcome to join us. You know, the ones that produce quantifiable data and theorems and don't spend their time jabbering over how this lightning on that bottle will increase customer sentiment. Cheers from someone who understands that market researchers aren't real scientists. I'm definitely noticing a few typos in these terminal entries. Didn't see that in the original game, so somebody got a little speedy on some of these. And one more memo: increased protective measures. Team, as we continue our new round of research and product development, I'm increasing the required safety gear for lab workers involved. As some of you know, a few recent accidents involving subjects have left workers maimed, scarred, and one worker had their left hand permanently discolored to a shade of lime green. Rizzo's Research and Development District Labs is expected to continuously produce revolutionary advancements in the food and beverage industry. These measures will help us in further pursuit of that mission. All right, so more safety protocols. And there's going to be gas canisters somewhere. Doesn't look like they're still in the hallway here, so we'll head downstairs. So the big question will be, do we get the gas canisters? Let's take a look here. So Dr. Blossom explained that some of the workers in the lab became violent and asked that you kill or otherwise pacify them. She directed you to a terminal in the utility room that could disperse a sedative gas to knock them out if you're inclined to spare their lives. Well, we are the Maniacal Moron, so I'm not really sure that the whole sparing lives thing is something we're going to do here. But let's just see here. Huh? We've got a barred door. I think we're probably going to have to kill some of them. Yeah, I don't really see a way that we're going to be able to sedate them. I'm betting we're going to have to fight through most of them anyway, so I'm thinking we're just going to whack them all. And we've got some more enemies over here, so this must be the terminal. Oh, no, it's not. No quest marker on it.
Look at all that Rizzos. It's like something out of my nightmares.
Okay. That was strange.
Oh yeah, that's funny. I just wanted to make you smile.
Okay, well, so far nothing we can't handle. Tactical Shotgun 3. And that terminal's not accessible. We'll just keep looking around here a little bit. Anything interesting? Ooh, what's back here? Okay, there's the barred door. That looks like an interesting little canister there. Oh, wow, all kinds of loot. Armor parts. Okay, let's check out the terminal. We can dispense the sedative gas. Memo, new employee orientation. Welcome, insert name. We're happy to have you as the new mechanic/custodian at insert location. It is your responsibility to ensure your location of employment is tidy and works like a charm. Your duties include, but are not limited to, cleaning of all surfaces, regular maintenance of all machinery, restocking employee break areas, maintenance of all electronic systems, keeping inventory of the location's operational item reserves, voluntary assistance for the lab's research as needed. That sounds unfortunate. Maintaining thorough documentation for your possible successor. We know that sounds like a lot, but don't worry, your predecessor has kept thorough documentation for your needs that you can find on this terminal. We hope you're excited to begin this most fulfilling career, and remember, whoa, 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 it's Rizzo's. File, how to be a janitor. This must be that very thorough documentation. Training file corrupted. Please guess how to do your job to the best of your ability. Logs. Let's take a look here. Available logs. First day. I've gotten 17 requests from the lab workers that I had to respond to, and also managed to find time to sweep, mop, and buff this whole place. I was hoping that the employee how-to document would help with some of these machines that I've never seen before in my life, but guess what? The asshole left it completely blank. Big surprise there. And next one is gas hookup. I got a request from Dr. Blossom to hook up the gas lines to some canisters that are mixed with a heavy sedative for dispersal in the lower labs. Luckily, I've got enough experience cleaning all the muck that builds up in the vents to get it all done in a couple of days. Still, I wonder what they're needing this for. I think they took the last of the raptidons out of the lab last week. I guess the pheromone flavoring results weren't as promising as they'd hoped. That sounds also unfortunate. Experiment participation. Let's find out what they're doing to these poor janitors. Jackpot. Since I read that stupid orientation document, I've been hoping they'd ask me to volunteer for something, and here it is. I get to be a taste tester for the newest Spectrum flavor. I'm heading to the lab right after I fix the clog in the showers. So exciting. Uh-oh. Well, I think you're putting a little bit of faith into that. So here we can dispense the sedative gas and end this peacefully, or we can kill all of the employees. Well, I don't see how putting them to sleep is going to solve the problem, so we're just going to have to clear them out. Any more? Okay, 4 remaining. As usual, violence remains a constant solution. Okay, so we've got to find 4 more of them, and the sedative wouldn't have helped with the ones outside anyway, so we've got another terminal here. Did we already look at this? We did not. Product Innovation Lab. Select an option below. View lab notes. Trial K08 has produced moderate results. The zero-calorie sweetener produces 36% of the amount of dopamine compared to popular cigarette brands. It is possible that this is as far as we can go without introducing substances that would categorize this as a tobacco product, and we're already towing the line as it is. I'm interested in a trial with a larger set of subjects. However, our lab's resources are getting cut thanks to the new lab that's begun across the hall. Maybe we can offer it to our colleagues in the marketing lab. Show them a thing or two regarding proper science. Okay, and now we can see messages. All right, we've got 4 messages here. 2, L. Blossom, subject lab resources. I apologize. Dr. Blossom, I apologize, but I wouldn't be doing the team justice if I didn't question the budget cuts this lab has seen. We've had to shelve 3 products and we're losing 2 more researchers? Honestly, whatever's being developed in the lab across the hall better be more addictive than Adrenatime. And we'll learn about Adrenatime in the other DLC that we'll do at some point after this one. And now we've got another one to L. Blossom. Dr. Blossom, I apologize for our team's outburst at the product presentation. I assure you we didn't intentionally mean to scream in terror and assume the fetal position when Spectrum Brown and its slogan were unveiled. It has to be something the marketing lab did. For law's sake, they aren't even real scientists. This guy is not a fan of the marketing team. And I also don't blame him. The slogan being, if it's brown, drink it down. Probably not a great marketing tactic. But now we've got a new message here. Stop immediately. To marketing department, product. Oh, to product marketing department. Okay. I am sending this message to both teams in the marketing and product labs. I do not know the extent of your squabbles, but they end here. If it weren't for the incredible projections Spectrum Brown shows, we'd all be out of work after that embarrassment at the presentation. I expect more from both departments. And here we have again what in the Architect's Blue Blazes is going on. This one we've seen already. Yeah, same one we've seen before. Okay, return to root, and that's all of them. So we got all the lore we could find. All right. Oh, we got to put our lockpicking glasses on. Our lockpicking hat. Lockpicking hat goes on. Plenty of loot to find. All right, we'll just keep those on for now. All right, what do we have here? We can open some bits.
Guessing
And
they film all their advertisements
we go.
here.
Okay, he's down. Thought he was down.
Rightful place.
Okay, there's 4 more alive somewhere, or 3 more now, because we had 4. I don't really need a whole lot more purple berry wine, but hey, we'll grab it. A little extra ammo doesn't hurt. We are chewing up what we've got. Okay, where are we going now? What's in here? Data pad, but there's nothing on it. About over here, more purple berry wine. Okay,
Enter in quiet mode.
Now we're back in the hallway we were just in. I think. Oh, wow, here's the parasites. That's what's been causing problems. Okay. And there should be one more somewhere. There'll probably be a boss, that's my guess. So here are the neck parasites in various stages of growth. So we're gonna kill all these people, but even if we didn't, it wasn't like we were gonna find a cure. I wonder if I should go put the rest of them out of their misery. Okay. Lots of dissection going on here. Barred door. And I'm guessing we go this way? No, this is going to take us back upstairs. This is where we came in. Here's a door right in front of our faces. More neck parasites. And we have a worker here that appears to have been examined, so the researchers know that these parasites are doing this. They're not stupid. They know what's happening. This is not some total surprise. Some of those are collectible, but that one doesn't look to be. Examine. Oh, what do we have here? Sulfur Soaked Top Hat. This top hat once belonged to Captain Phazon of Byzantium. Last seen on Terror on Monarch, standing much too close to the edge of a sulfur pit. This pungent accessory could serve as a reminder of the many terrible dangers found on Monarch, and a further example of why no self-respecting halcyonite should ever visit. Okay then. But I can't take it. I was considering taking Felix out of uniform just to make him wear a stupid top hat. Because of that time he gave me lip when we got off the ship. Yeah, I didn't forget about you, Felix. I didn't. I did not forget. Okay. What else do we have here? We've got another dead worker with a neck parasite. Oh, it looks like they were incinerating them. So we can't operate that, but that's what it looks like. He was ready to go to the incinerator. All right, where else can we go here? What do we have here? Mag picks. A door we can't get through. Oh, ho, ho, okay. Mystery, mystery. And what else can we find? We're going to have to keep moving. It appears that, no, that's the barred door. Maybe we're going this way again. $3 meters. Did we kill them all? Okay, so we can dispense the sedative. I don't want to dispense the sedative. I want to kill them all. Enemies remaining 1. So we're just going to have to find it. There must be someplace. Ooh, what's this? Aha, I didn't check this. Notes we can examine. An assortment of adhesive notes. It appears whoever works here uses adhesive notes to stay organized. A couple of the more intelligible notes. Rockwell visit to do. Rockwell is, of course, the guy who runs the colony. Confiscate badges. Done. Reprint badges. Pending. Change maintenance locks. Pending new locks. Order new locks. Done. Reevaluate lockdown procedure. Update docking authority with new lockdown procedure. Intake bet over under weekly bottles 5, 621, weapons 4. Okay. Not a lot of context to that, but I guess that seems like some typical note-taking, job-related behavior. All right, we're going to do another run through here. If I don't see a way to find the last remaining enemy, then we'll just turn on the gas. Not sure I went upstairs. More notes, but those we can't read. More loot. Okay, and there's the research lab again. Okay, we've got some doors here. There's got to be something behind one of these doors. They're sealed. This one, we can pick the lock. This is Dr. Blossom's key card. Okay. Well, we're going to pick this lock. And no enemy in here. But we should have some lore to find. Who ate my lunch? A bunch of stuff in an unlocked safe. Light pistol. And, oh, a terminal with nothing on it, so no lore. Really nothing interesting in here. Huh. Okay. Well, that's kind of disappointing. We searched there already. Justin Lemon says, how is this game? Any good? Yes, I love this game. I think it's great. This is my first playthrough on the DLC. Very much the whole murder mystery vibe. And Canaplex is in the chat, says, howdy, Fisty. How you doing tonight, bud? Glad you're here. Glad everybody's here. All right. I've got to be missing something obvious here. But at this point, I don't think I'm going to find another enemy to kill. And I'm kind of tired of looking around, so maybe we'll just release the gas. Workbench discovered. Got a little bit of stuff back here to take. The definitely no other enemies. Said there's one more that needs to be killed, but I have not, for the life of me, got any idea where. There was another big room with some tanks in it. Upright tanks are over here. Okay, yeah, I've been here. I see no enemies. Alright, time to release the sedative. I was going for total murder, but, I know, sometimes the game just turns you into a pacifist. One person gets to live. Alright, now we need to get out of here. Or presumably we will be sedated as well. And now I don't know where I'm going.
Sedative works. Please return for consultation at once. And do remember, unauthorized access to confidential Rizzo's information is a capital offense.
That way? This way? Where am I going? I'm lost. I'm completely lost. There's the elevator. Okay. Well, we didn't get to slaughter everyone, but we did kill most of them.
Oh my law. It's you. Wait. What do you think you're...
Oh no.
What was that? Boss, we gotta move.
Sealed door. Now it's unsealed. Someone has killed Dr. Blossom.
Dr. Blossom was a horrible person, but she was gonna cooperate with you. Somebody wanted to keep her quiet.
Indeed they did, Felix.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Alright, we've got timeline discrepancies. We can get out our discrepancy detector shortly here.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Let's go ahead and check the room though for any loot. And we've got an audiograph.
Not gonna... Oh, whoops. There it is. Okay. This is Dr. Blossom. Eridanium gigaseous slug research report 1. Subject: a bunch of slugs. Ugh. These things may well be Rizzo's ticket to the top of the board. But at the end of the day, they still look like my brother would if he ever stopped wearing that damn toupee. Initially found these little bastards suckling on the hairy undersides of a teacup canid. Much like my brother, who works for the Wilderness Exploitation Reserve. The backstabber. Suffice it to say that these things are parasites. The canid didn't seem to mind, but it's almost as stupid as my research staff. Good stuff. Oh, whoops. Got some spectrum on the dissection subject. It's fine. Yeah, I think I see a couple sacs in the worm. Might secrete enzymes or poison or something. We'll figure it out later. Starting to see doubles, so I'm going to switch to working on the Gatling. Almost got the spectrum lock done.
Okay, so that was Dr. Blossom, who is indeed an absolutely terrible human being. And it looks like we've got a science weapon, but let's go ahead and use our analyzer.
Confirmation of discrepancy confirmed. This person is most definitely dead. But recently, they were still alive.
Really? That seems fairly obvious. Examine the body. The lab worker has no pulse. Also, a bunch of needles litter the ground around the body. How odd. Search the immediate area. Although you distinctly remember hearing gunshots over the intercom, you don't see any bullet casings. Whoever Dr. Blossom confronted over the intercom, they dispatched her and all 4 of these scientists without much resistance. Means they must be well trained, some kind of sharpshooter or adventurer.
Would you like Sam to tidy up this area? Waiting for confirmation command. Confirmation command not received.
Strange. I heard gunshots over the intercom, but don't see any casings.
Correct, customer. There are a total of 0.00 discarded bullet casings in the area to collect for disposal.
All right. So, we know that. Anything else to analyze?
The organic matter that comprises this lab worker died at a similar time and of similar circumstance as the other corpses already scanned.
Canaplex says most definitely dead, the best kind of dead. Certainly the most effective kind. Okay, so I'm betting that these people were killed with the Needler. And we've got some kind of weapon here. There's 2 terminals in the room. Let's check them out. View messages, files. Let's do those first. Files, error file deleted. Hack 60, parasite findings. Now maybe we'll get some answers. Tests involving the parasite Eridanium gigaseus, colloquially dubbed slugs, have produced astounding results, even when compared against our most promising methods of producing a brain chemical dependency. The pheromone the Eridanium gigaseus secretes produces dopamine more efficiently than anything on record. Further tests will continue researching how much of the compound we can introduce to subjects and observe the effects. Despite our less than ideal presentation to administration, the product impressed for 2 main reasons. As mentioned before, this product will produce that boozy, feel-good stimulus like no other. But more importantly, the pheromone's makeup is completely unique, which means there are no regulations surrounding its classification. The idea of a completely addictive product with 0 laws surrounding it would certainly justify any means. Error file deleted. Okay. Return to the root. Check some messages. We've got 3 here. 1 from Administrator Ludovico, subject Halcyon Helen's lab tour. Apologies for the late notice, but Ms. Bellamy has requested a tour of the facilities while she's visiting Eridanos as Halcyon Helen. Please prepare for her arrival in the morning. From L. Blossom, note to self. Well, Leora, you did it again. At long last, you located a bottle of Spectrum Black hidden in a crevice of musty shelf space in the storage warehouse last night. That much closer to finally getting the Spectrum Gatling to work. And what happened? You got all the way back to the water tower before running into a group of primals already diverting themselves with fruits of the fermented variety. One bad blackout later, and here you are, covered in primal vomit without the Spectrum Black. Get it together. So that must be the drunk primals that we saw. They're drunk on Spectrum vodka. 2. Department. All RR and DD Labs employees. What in the Architect's Blue Blaze is going on? Okay, we've read that one before. So we're good there. Ant says there's regulations in Halcyon. Yeah, there's regulations. Basically, don't do anything that your boss doesn't say you're not allowed to do. Okay, and if you do, your pay will be docked. All right, weapon requires load. So this is the Spectrum Gatling. Weapon requires loaded Spectrum vodka array to be functional. Spectrum vodka's deposited 7 of 8. View lab notes. Okay, the Gatling taunts me from behind its glass cage. The infernal void-damned thing refuses to work, and I know the exact cause. It's me. Why am I wired like this? Why? Whenever I tried to fiddle with the internal sober, I broke parts off, or connections failed to fire, or pieces stuck out of the casing and shorted out other components. So of course the solution was obvious. Get at least a little plastered prior to the work period, every work period. When I'm relaxed, my hands don't shake, and it's so much easier to see where things should fit or how to bridge certain connections. The problem, of course, is that I also get artistic. Why should a weapon work on mechanics alone? Why shouldn't you have to say, slot one of every single fucking kind of Spectrum vodka into the thing before it will fire for the first time? I don't even know if it's tied to the weapon's internals or if it's some kind of lock, but it seems like it should fire and absolutely will not. I have to get one of every kind of Spectrum, including black. I can only hope the storage warehouse has had a recent shipment of the entire Spectrum, or all this work will have been for nothing. I have to be the dumbest genius this side of Halcyon. All right, open case. We need all Spectrum flavors to open the case. Okay, is it going to tell me where to get it? That's the question. Do we have Faithful to 3? Is that this one? No. The end of the Spectrum. Okay. Investigate the storage warehouse's inventory log. So we need... I don't even know which one I need. 26 meters. All right, so we definitely need to find this. Gotta get the science weapon. John W. says, I hope it's an awesome weapon. Me too. But even if it's not, I'll just stick it in the hands of one of my companions, and I'm sure it'll be good for them. And we don't have too far to go. See if we run into any enemies along the way. So far, we seem to be in the clear. Ah, the storage warehouse. We saw this place earlier. There's something hostile over there. It's a primal. A drunk hunter.
Clean, mean, and ready to kill, sir. Fight dirty. Clean up the competition.
Uh-oh. He burrowed away.
I don't think you're getting through. We're just getting started.
Halcyon's version of the mole rat. All right, let's see here. And how are you doing today? Do you have a pink parasite thing? You don't.
Hey! Oh, wait. I'm supposed to say the slogan. Okay, you can do this, Anna. Here goes. It doesn't matter if you're you or me. We're all part of the Rizzo's family. How was that?
It was really... It rhymed.
We could turn up our lie, but I don't think we're going to be able to get back there. I don't think that was a Rizzo slogan, or any company slogan for that matter.
Ouch. Well, your candor's appreciated, even if it means I'll have to hit the books even harder tonight. I'm sure you've guessed it, but I'm not the best at remembering slogans. And when I can't remember them, I tend to just make them up. But I guess that's why I'm just an intern and not a full-timer. At least, not yet.
Yeah, even I know that the Rizzo slogan is, whoa, 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 it's Rizzo's. Come on now. You haven't been causing trouble in the orchards, have you? I don't think I've met an intern before.
It's not so different from being a regular worker, just with less pay and less respect.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's also more dangerous than traditional employment. You don't have the experience to back up your work yet, but being fired isn't any less threatening.
Uh-huh.
Work-wise, I do a bit of everything. The orchards have been short-staffed as long as I've been working here. So if there's an odd job around, it usually gets passed to me.
Okay. So, no neck parasite, not a regular employee. I wonder if she is an undercover slug agent, working for Sublight, sabotaging things like the guy running the place thought. Because it does seem weird. I've never seen an intern anywhere else. How exactly did you get your position?
Laws, you've got a sixth sense for finding the most embarrassing question, huh? My mother is the Rizzo's assistant vice president of flavor testing. She set me up with this position, mostly to keep me from troubling her work, I think. Consequently, I don't always feel like I deserve to be here. All the more reason to work harder, I say.
With as much nepotism as takes place in Halcyon, I would think that someone in a position as high up as this woman's mother could get her a better gig than an intern. I take it you don't intend to stay an intern.
Much as I love delivering coffee and medical attention, not quite, no. Don't tell anyone I said this, but I sometimes feel that our workers could be treated a little better. Maybe only get electrocuted awake every other day? So I'm shooting for administration in Rizzo's. Maybe even the board itself. Best way to evoke change is from the inside, I think.
Well, you're not going to get there with thoughts like that. They're big fans of worker abuse. Why be an intern if it's riskier than typical employment?
Much higher chance of promotion. If I can tough it out here without getting axed, I can skip the 5+ years of customer service I'd normally have to deal with.
That would be worthwhile.
I can prove my merit here and move up in the world. And the sooner I do that, the sooner I can set to improving things for everyone else.
Okay. Helping folks is dangerous. The board doesn't like people who mess with the status quo. Assuming nobody exploits your weaknesses to push you into unemployment. Let's go with that one.
Wow, that's some decidedly paranoid thinking. I can't imagine someone ever doing something that nasty.
Well, that's because you don't know me very well. I've learned my fill.
Happy to enlighten you on the fascinating world of internships. Let me know if there's anything I can help you with. Unless you already have, and I've forgotten. In which case, I probably won't forget a second time.
Okay. You haven't been causing trouble in the orchards, have you?
What? No, that's ridiculous. I can't tell you I've never made any mistakes, but it'd be pretty hard to keep my job if I were trying to break everything. Though there was the time I tried to fix a broken hinge on one of our mosquito hives and released a swarm. Chased me around the orchards 3 times before I managed to get help.
Considering the whole sting you to death thing, I feel like you got off easy.
Don't I know it? Worker friend of mine ran afoul of one of the swarms and had to get new kidneys. Not due to renal failure, but because the mosquitoes kept stinging his kidneys. Don't worry though, mosquitoes are typically only about when living folks aren't in the orchards.
So what happens if the waspitos get out during visitor hours?
I am contractually obligated to tell you that mosquitoes never get out during visiting hours.
Okay.
But when they do, the only way to get them to return is to go directly to hive control and activate emergency recall. Which isn't easy, considering all the hives near control. But this is all a departure from what I wanted to say. I've been trying to help the orchards, not harm them. Hold a moment. You haven't found anything, have you?
You should really just come clean.
But there's nothing to come clean about. I've just been doing my best out here.
You see any signs of a beleaguered actor running around?
Oh yes. I thought I saw someone who looked self-important enough to be her by the conservatory some time ago. Not to speak ill of the dead. I simply never liked the way she stole the limelight from the true star. Burbage 3001.
You're a Burbage fan?
I certainly am. That aerodynamic chassis, how the light glints off his rotund head, the way he enunciates, cry havoc, and let loose the cadence of war. Excuse me, I got a little lightheaded there. Nobody does Shakespeare like Burbage. What were we talking about?
So I guess she has the opposite of robophobia? Whatever that would be? What about Spencer Woolrich? Have you seen him around?
Who?
Okay. Well, that's showbiz.
I suppose so. I also suppose Helen won't be stealing the limelight ever again.
The way she says that is a little intriguing. She's a Burbage fan. She knew Helen was here. She clearly doesn't like Helen. I wonder if she could be our killer. All right. Well, goodbye, Anna Summers. And let's see what else we've got going on here. We've got a lock we can pick, but she'll catch us more than likely. Let's go ahead and check this terminal. Access inventory records. Okay, we want to know where we can go for Spectrum Vodka, all colors, 1 shipment to the Puzzle Hedges, 1 to the Nut Hut. Swing by the Nut Hut with some of my savings later today. Been a long week. View groundskeeper note. I did say we'd come back and check this later, and it's later. Here we are. The purple berries are growing a heck of a lot faster than the auto mechanicals can pick them. I should be mighty perturbed by what we're wasting, but since I had that treatment, all I felt is glad about things. Goodness, this promotion sure was a life changer. Speaking of, Rudy, I have a feeling you're reading this. Caught you a couple times peering at me from behind the hedges and the like. How about you swing by my shack and we bury the hatchet? I'm a changed man since you recommended me for this promotion. Got a bottle of Spectrum Vodka we can share, and a chapter of the brand new Halcyon Helen serial. Knew you never liked that I got advance copies. Come on by, Jacob. So somebody got a neck parasite. Yarba. I must admit that when your old superior described you as a misanthropic law-damned redacted, I did not expect you would ever acclimate to a position so many others have loathed. Productivity is at an all-time high, and what's more, you've not only impressed many visitors with your wonderful attitude, but you somehow seem to get along well with the wasp kiddos. Or at least they haven't killed you yet. I would like to offer you an unprecedented reward, a one-time 15-minute break to be taken at your discretion. Well done, Yarborough. Overseeing orchardist, Hathaway. And we've got one more. So Jacob, got a quick rhetorical question for you. Let's say, rhetorically, that one of the Wilderness Exploitation Reserve keepers got drunk and thought he'd indulge himself in some after-hours hunting. Let's say he theoretically released our primals, and those primals theoretically proceeded to beat him to death with his own rifle, then escaped to the orchards. Obviously, I'm just worrying for the sake of worrying, but if something like that were to happen, and I'm not saying it did, especially since such a screw-up could cost me my job, theoretically, Rizzo's may have tested some of their products on those primals, and these primals may have acquired a taste for Rizzo's booze. Booze that I know you have stocked in the orchards. Look, if you see any wayward primals, and I'm not saying you will, please, for the love of the law, send me a message. So now we know how the primals got here. Canaplex says, can't you crouch to hide in this game? Should make lockpicking easier in theory. I can, and I'm going to try that. I want to make sure I've got my proper attire on here. Do I have anything that's going to enhance my stealth? There we go. We'll put that on for more sneak. And I'm pretty sure I have... Yeah, we'll put the outfit on too. And the other thing we can do is just kind of wait for this person to go away. She probably has a routine that she goes through that will walk her away. But I'm a bit impatient, so we're gonna just see if we can get away with it.
Hey, I saw that!
We got in.
What do you think you're doing?
As long as we get it unlocked in time, we can usually talk our way out of it. Intimidate, I'm doing whatever I want.
Just keep your fingers to your own self, okay?
Yeah, don't tell me what to do. Oh, that's it? It just takes us outside? Oh, we have a dead host out here. Ordnance control armor. All right, so now where are we headed? We are headed to the Nut Hut to get some Spectrum vodka. All right. We're delivered to the Nut Hut. The vendor may know where they ended up. Oh, we have to go talk to her. Okay, fine. All right, we'll go talk to Sydney at the Nut Hut. Hi, creepy Sydney.
Thanks for visiting Rizzo's Purpleberry Orchards, where insects and workers alike are always busy bees. Now I'd love to get you something, maybe a couple somethings. Whatever you like, I can sell it to you at a low, low price.
I'm sure you can. Let's see here. Have you sold any Spectrum from the storage warehouse shipment?
Wow, what a strange question. I'm much too delighted to be suspicious.
Good.
I've sold lower-level Spectrums to workers from RR&DD Labs, Hive Control, and the Conservatory. Jacob's predecessor also splurged briefly on a bottle beyond his pay grade, and Black Hole Birdie bought my most expensive Spectrum when he visited. I wish he'd bought more. Oh, if you're looking for your own Spectrum, remember that you can always buy from the Nut Hut or the Grand Colonial Bar, so long as you have the bits to back up your taste.
Okay, show me what you have for sale. What do you have here? So we've got Spectrum Red, Rum and something, Spectrum Yellow. Well, let's go ahead and buy it just in case that's the one I need. Don't need 4 of you. Okay, that was apparently not the one I needed. So now we've got to go... Revealed that she sold Spectrum vodka to workers at a bunch of different places. And the orchard's old groundskeeper. Okay. So do we just have one quest marker? It looks like it. All right, so we're going to have to go check a few different places to get this other bottle of Spectrum vodka. This weapon better be good. For all this running around. I have a feeling it's going to send me to a bunch of different places. We were here earlier and cleared out some enemies, so let's keep an eye out just in case. You're not hostile. Spectrum Vodka Indigo. And that was the last one. Okay. So we were here earlier and I didn't see that. Perhaps we could have just grabbed it if I had, but that's okay. Fortunately, we picked up enough of the other colors of Spectrum that we don't need to hunt all over the map. That makes me very happy. Workplace malaise is moral bankruptcy. Happy workers lead to happy customers. Happy customers are repeat customers. Don't be you, be better. Okay. You know, we look at these corporate slogans and all the things they're doing and think it's ridiculous, but, you know, if they could get away with it, I'm pretty sure that's how most employers would treat most employees. Okay, let's go ahead and get this science weapon. Open the case. And now we can take the Spectrum Gatling.
Firearms? Boss, you gotta let me try.
Oh, I'm going to, but first you're gonna let me try. All right, Spectrum 140 DPS? What? Developed in Rizzo's Research and Development District labs, this minigun is both inspired and powered by Rizzo's Spectrum vodka. Shoot some vodka shots and taste the pain bow. Okay, well, let's go ahead and equip it. Maybe if we level it up, it'll be better? I don't know. That seems kind of crappy. So this is it. Ah, that's intriguing. Okay. So I wonder if that DPS is... Yeah, that's not at maximum. Okay. So this thing's more powerful than it looks. Because the per shot damage is 70. But the DPS is 140, so that's assuming it's getting 2 shots per second, which the first 2 shots are that slow, but after that, it just seems to speed up for the rest of the magazine, so that's really intriguing. Okay, so this could be a good weapon, and it's considered a long gun. Is it charging? Aha, okay. That just got a lot more interesting. We're going to play with this one. Okay, so now we got to take a look at our quest log. So we finished the science weapon quest. Faithful to thee, Rizzo's in our fashion. The orchardist at the Purpleberry Orchards believes Slug is sabotaging Orchard's operations. Stop the exterminator automechs. Inspect the fried console. Okay, so we're going to do this one. This is a little side quest for him. Let's take care of this while we're here. Joy, joy. All right, so we're going to go inspect these things and hopefully find a couple of things to kill with this new gun. Well, you know, this is the Maniacal Moron run after all. Sorry.
Toxer neutralized.
Surprise murder time.
For the best.
Uh-oh, we decreased our reputation with Rizzo's. Sorry. A maniacal idiot occasionally gets urges to kill. Are you an exterminator mechanical? No. Okay. So this must be the hive up here. I am not excited about that. I really don't want to meet the wasp. Like, I want to see the wasp ketos, but I really don't want to see the wasp ketos.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Frenzied host. Okay, we're charging.
Let's take it now.
Oh yeah, this weapon's badass.
Oh, that's the last of them.
You just got to charge it up first. Okay. Very cool. So the damage it showed looked really low, but that was not the actual damage. All right, so this must be where the wasp ketos live. Question is, do we want to go in here?
Released. Stay away spray is 33.33% effective against wasp mosquitoes. Disclaimer: spray is still in development and may cause terminal side effects in customers.
Okay. Well, let's see what happens when we go in here. We're going to do a quick save, just in case. So I'm guessing the wasp ketos are in their trap things there. Let's head it. Oh, that door is sealed. So we got to figure out how to get inside there at some point. Maybe we don't need it
Timeline
yet.
discrepancy detected nearby.
Okay. Frenzied host. Caution. Pollinization swarms in use in this area. Unauthorized personnel may be killed at their own expense. and the Wasp-Keto, which looks exactly like a Cazador. Who would have thought that they would come up with this again?
Still got it.
Okay, so the Wasp-Ketos aren't out yet. Unless they're up here. Okay, we've got robots. Okay, these are the exterminator automechs that he wants us to take out.
All right, here we go.
Oh, wow.
Heads out, boss.
That is not going to be easy.
Identified. Dropped object is an organic in left mode.
Boss, to your left.
Oh, I'm just going to let you guys kill him.
Gotta get past that armor. Go.
Wow. Okay. This is way tougher than I expected it to be. All right, let's continue that. We're going to have to think this one through a little bit. Here I was worried about Wasp-Ketos when I should have been worried about regular old enemies.
Congratulations, customer. Your savvy.
Okay, we've still got the Assault Rifle Ultra.
It is performing at
Let's go ahead
capacity.
and equip that, because that has the mod we need for robots. Where's the exit? Up here. Okay. All right, Felix, I'm sending you in first.
You want some of this?
Now Sam, because he's going to stun them.
Fan coming up.
Attack!
Okay, one down. Two down. I gotta run away and heal up. Oh no, I hear them. I hear the buzzing. I hear the Wasp-Ketos. Okay, we're gonna run back in here. Maybe that wasn't Wasp-Ketos. Maybe that was just the buzzing of those electrical charges. Okay, they're still at some... Oh no, you're in here now. Okay, we're thinning the herd. Alright, I can handle one of you. That's not a problem. It was all of them at once. Okay, so we stopped the exterminator automechs. Our companions are coming back to life. That was quite the little fight there, wasn't it? Now, my question is, the buzzing that I heard, was that Wasp-Ketos? So this is where they are. Sprats. Okay, so they don't appear to be out. That's good. I wonder if there's just mention of them and they're not actually enemies we're going to fight. Equip the discrepancy amplifier. Okay.
Analysis. This discarded canister is typical of the R-mounted storage tanks on the Orchard's agricultural mechanicals. However, It is not currently attached to a mechanical. This canister contains a high amount of vinegar in addition to water. Warning. Use of vinegar, a known herbicide, on purpleberry saplings is a violation of Rizzo's agricultural standards.
Discrepancy amplifier. Where are these canisters usually kept?
These canisters can typically be found in the nursery storage building in the purpleberry orchards, except for this one, which can be found here.
Okay. Initiate a deeper chemical analysis.
Chemical makeup of substance: 50% water, 50% vinegar. Trace amounts of woolly cow feces also detected.
All right. And we've got another level up. This one is just skills. And I am going to boost up my lying skill because I felt that was a bit deficient. So let's go ahead and do that. So what is our next step on our quest? Inspect the fried console. Okay, so we just investigated the dead saplings. Now we need to inspect the console. Let's go do that. Where is that at? 90 meters this way. Purpleberry processing.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. This console is 95% non-functional. Remaining 5% functionality stems from display reading console non-functional. Cause of shortout is most likely related to purple residue splattered all across the keyboard.
Taste the residue.
Warning. Germs ingested. Warning. Germs detected in oral cavity. Warning. Germs detected in digestive tract.
It's super sugary with the sweet tang of purpleberry and a bunch of other tropical flavors all mixed together. It meshes well with the faint flavor of oil. Perform a chemical analysis.
Substance contains trace amounts of purpleberries, fruit flavors, and artificial sweeteners number 35, number 49, number 240, number 322, number 314, and many, many, many others.
Inspect the console. Looking closely at the console tells you not much. There are a lot of buttons. Fair enough. All right, so we've inspected it. What does it tell us? So now we're going to head back to DeWitt Hathaway and let him know all the things we've learned. Ooh, we got all kinds of stuff. So we did all that, and we didn't see a single wasp keto. That's mildly disappointing. But not really all that disappointing, because that would probably be very, very painful. DeWitt Hathaway. All right, how you doing, tough guy?
You're back, I see. Glad Slug hasn't managed to scare you off.
I think it's more of a wonder that nothing in these law-forsaken orchards has managed to kill them.
How's the investigation going? You got a complete report for me yet?
I've completed my investigation.
All right, let's hear the details.
A drink was spilled over the processing console, shorting it out.
A drink? I ain't ever heard of no saboteur dumping drinks all over equipment to destroy it. I hate to say it, but that sounds more like worker carelessness.
How many times do I have to tell you this, old man? Slug isn't behind your problems. Slug wouldn't even need to cause you problems. Your own workers do enough.
An herbicide was mixed in with the fertilizer, which ended up killing the saplings.
Ha! Knew Slug was behind the damn sabotage.
Please. We're subtle, but that's too subtle. If we wanted to destroy your saplings, you'd have known them by the blackened remnants of their stems, not some half-assed poisoning.
I took care of the roaming exterminator automechs.
I see you left a few of them intact even. Smashed more than I'd like, but I guess I'm glad you didn't obliterate them all.
Never did like leaving a job half-finished myself, but that's me.
So what were the fine details of the sabotage anyhow? Were Slug's lackeys trying to get the mechanicals to kill all our waspitos?
I mean, I guess they were really just trying to kill everything. You're worried that Slug is trying to mess with your livelihood. Yeah, you know, they were really just trying to kill everything.
Reckon they've got something in common with the waspitos then. Probably why Slug just set the mechanicals to attack everything. Eventually, they'd kill our pollinizers.
In your delusional fantasy, the waspitos wouldn't be out until next pollinization cycle. Wouldn't someone notice the rampant mechanicals beforehand?
That seems like a question you should be asking yourself.
Is there a way to manually initiate a pollinization cycle?
Well, yes, it's possible to manually start and end cycles in hive control, but we keep a careful watch on it. And there have been no non-Rizzo's personnel in or out.
Stop wasting everyone's time, Hathaway. What you're proposing is infinitely less likely than an idiot maneuver by one of your incompetent workers. I won't hear any further slander. Let's go through this one final time so even you can't confuse it, Hathaway. Slug didn't do a damn thing to your orchards. You're chasing ghosts.
Talk about ghosts all you like, but someone was screwing with my orchards. If it wasn't Slug, then who the hell was it?
Say nothing or no idea. Sorry.
You're a professional inspector, and all you've got to say is no idea? Laws. Well, what's done is done, I guess. Right now, we of the orchards have to settle things with Slug. I reckon that you're about as impartial a third party as we're gonna get. Can you mediate?
Ah, what the hell. The orchardist seems to get off on complicating what should be a simple deal, but at this point, I just want to be paid and go. The pollen in the air is agitating.
You wasted Slug's time and tried to blame your screw-ups on them. Pay up. Slug's presence is making productivity in the orchards worse. Don't give them another bit. Persuade, Rizzo's will have bits to spare after the Brown unveiling. Could pay then, with interest. Or we can intimidate. If either of you sprat fucks bicker for a second longer, I will rip your tongues out. That's the winner.
Hey, would you look at that? All of a sudden, I have an urge to just pay Slug. How about that?
That's... Yes. And Slug will go back to making sure your shipments get safely to you. That's satisfactory, right, Inspector? Right?
Yes, I suppose that will do. Reputation increased. We also learned that we can initiate a pollinization cycle, which is kind of interesting.
Hey, I saw that.
Uh-oh.
What do you think you're doing?
Oops. Intimidate. I'm doing whatever I want.
I don't have time for this.
So now, what do we have next? Meet with Phineas's... No, that's not it. So, investigate botanical operations. Evan was invited to an after-hours game of cards at the Botanical Operations Building. Is that here in the orchards? I don't think so. I think that was when the wildland, the wilderness. Yeah, that's not here. That's over there, too. Search Dr. Oh, we still have to go back to Dr. Blossom's lab. Okay. Well, we can do that. We'll head back over to Dr. Blossom's lab. Actually, before we do that, everybody just give me a minute here. I'm going to step away, stretch the legs for a couple of minutes. I shall return. Please do talk amongst yourselves in the chat. I won't be long. And we'll jump right back into our... We'll jump right back into the quest. Be back in just a couple of minutes.
Let me know when you're ready. We ready to get moving?
Okay, time to get started back up here. All right, and I did notice there that I am apparently out of uniform. That is unacceptable. That explains why I had such a hard time. Ooh. I don't love the defense skills, but armor is 69. We'll take it. Okay. Now we're back in uniform. And don't know. So he said I could... Catching up on the chat here, John W. says, I think the intern was screwing things up because she was inept. I agree. I think that makes sense. And John W. also says, release the Kraken. I mean, release the Waspitos. I would love to do that. The question is, can I? Will he remind me of where to go for that?
I reckon. Much as I would have liked you to send slug packing, I can't deny that your solution was damn slick. Wish you'd been there at the annulment of my last marriage contract. Maybe then my ex-husband wouldn't have my house, our teacup caneted, and 20,000 of my bits. Sorry. You're living past trauma. Thanks for working things out.
I guess he's not going to remind me where to go. Ooh, there's more stuff here. I don't need to get caught stealing again. Let's just look at the map. Okay, let's see here. Penthouse. Okay, that's the hotel. The Hive. Purpleberry Hedges. Sapling Row. All right, let's head back over to the Hive. Because I want to see if I can release the Waspitos. We're going to go for probably about another hour here.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Okay, so to do that, I got to get to that terminal, I think. And there is a discrepancy somewhere. Where? Might be inside. I don't see it out here. There was that other one that was on a roof, but it doesn't appear to be there. Must be inside the building. Well, if that's how we release the Waspitos, we have no way in there just yet. So let's head back over to... Let's head back over to the R&D building. And continue our search. I thought we were done there, but we weren't. Maybe it will eventually send me to the other place. Pile driver. Okay, let's take that, see what it is. 410 DPS. It's not as good as what Felix already has. I'm not good with the walking tonight, am I? Okay. Back into the R&D labs. Let's see what else there is to find. There's still an awful lot to explore in this DLC. Okay, so we've got to check something on the terminal. View download confirmation. That's right, I forgot to do that. File deleted was successfully downloaded to external data cartridge. Okay.
We gotta hunt this killer down, boss. They're not gonna stop until we do.
And now we've got to check something else.
Timeline discrepancy detected
Discrepancy
nearby.
amplifier time.
Body heat readings indicate that the culprit was just here mere moments earlier in the timeline.
Examine the grate. Wow, somebody left this vent open. Seems dangerous. Examine the fuse box. There's a cut wire in the box. Someone wanted the power cut to something, but you're not quite sure what. Okay. Now you're sending me back outside. Report to Administrator Ludovico. You found evidence that a certain research file was downloaded to a data cartridge, then deleted from the terminal. Administrator Ludovico will want to hear the results of your investigation. All right, well, that seems to be everything we've got for the orchards. And I didn't see a way to get in and release the waspitos yet. So we'll head back outside and back over to the hotel and call the administrator.
Attention all personnel. Unscheduled pollination cycle is about to commence. Please evacuate the orchard.
Somebody started one. Uh-oh.
Releasing the waspitos for pollination. Cycle is now in progress.
Well, here we have it, John W.
I think we're about to get
Someone has released the waspitos. Let's see what these not cazadors are. So we can probably try and run. We can probably try. Oh no, here we go. Get back into stealth. Oh, they're just little things like that. They're not big enemies like a cazador. They're just little blobs of things. All right, well, that looks like it. Gotta say, I was really looking forward to meeting these things, but that's not what I was expecting at all. That is more than a little bit disappointing. But we found another terminal, and we can hack it. Exterminator. Okay, I wonder if this would have disabled them. Ah, we can access the user logs and maybe see who did it. Okay. Last user, Summers Anna, occupation intern. So yes. So she was doing something wrong, fouled it up. Exterminator auto mechanical target priority. Sparts failed, invalid parameter. Primeals. Okay, so she couldn't spell. Expletive detected, deleted this thing. I'll figure this out later. No target priority set in 10 minutes, auto defaulting to all. So there we go. She said it. She screwed it up. Okay, personal files. New archived entries. User Keeper 01 entry, a new life. 2 bits deducted from user wages, opening log. I always dreamed of living on Eridanos, but the science types always said it was impossible. The gravity will crush your bones. There's no breathable atmosphere. Blah, blah, blah. Well, that's why I've got this new groundskeeper position, and they're stuck on Terra 2. When the execs are looking to promote somebody, they don't look at the doubters. Oh, I almost forgot the best part. This whole place is automated. Not only do I get a promotion, I also get to work less. All I need to do is make my way to the hive every so often to set the pollination cycles. Aside from that, it's just keeping the local sprats from eating all the purple berries. Things are looking damn fine for Sandra Cullen. Entry 2, I hate this place. Well, Sandra bit the big one. Company policy says, due to our marriage contract, I've got to take her position now. Something about discouraging workers from dying on the job. So here I am. Seeing her body once they got the mosquitoes to stop stinging it ain't been great for my entomophobia. Thinking maybe I grab a few spectrums and find somewhere to hole up until the execs think I've left or died or something. Thought about the purple-berry puzzle hedges, but seen a lot of people go in and not a lot of people come out. No clue what might be lurking in there. Wish I'd stayed on Terra 2. P. Cullen. And now, entry, some jerk. Strange day today. Left the shack only to find a fellow I'd never seen before standing out front. Had his hands deep in his pockets and was looking at me with an odd, hungry kind of expression. Said he either was a slug or worked for one, which caused me no small amount of confusion. Didn't have time to ask for clarification because he immediately started asking me for donations to keep the orchards running. First time I'd seen a con man try to convince a shopkeep that he's actually the one minding the store. Hardly needs saying, but I took my claw rake and chased him off. Here's hoping I don't hear from that loon again. And that's it. Okay. So we can confirm that the intern was the one responsible for the damages. And Canaplex in the chat says, I was looking forward to a big scary bug. What a letdown. Yes, indeed. It was really just a recoloring of the swarms that come from some of the other enemies. I mean, I get it. It's a DLC. You're at the end of the development cycle. There's only so much investment to go around, but I don't know. That just feels cheap. I understand that resources are finite and whatnot, but that could have been a cool thing to do. Maybe they were concerned that it would just look like a Cazador, and people might think that was cheap, but yeah, I don't know. All right, let's head back to the penthouse and talk to Administrator Ludovico. So, where do we go here? Okay. Oh, we have an intruder. Rizzo's Rangers mascot? The things I do for you, Birdie?
Hey, I was gonna stop him, but I figured he was room service. Then he started going through Helen's things, and I figured maybe you want a word with him.
Figure maybe you're all a bunch of useless bums. Just standing here getting drunk watching an intruder? Rizzo's Rangers mascot. What do you got to say, tough guy?
Sweet gibbering law. Where'd you come from? Sorry, let me just get back in character. Whoa, 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 it's not what it looks like.
Who are you and what do you want? Oh, sorry, I must be in the wrong room. Pretty sure it looks like Rizzo's mascot is in my room going through my things. Don't move, keep your hands where I can see them, or intimidate. Give me one reason why I shouldn't kill you.
Easy, friend. No need to get violent. There are as many reasons to spare my life as there are flavors in Rizzo's Spectrum Vodka. I'll give you 2 reasons. First, I am a valuable asset to the Rizzo's Rangers Tossball Enterprise. And secondly, I'm just here doing a job for a VIP. Mascot's honor.
Okay, so you're here doing a job for a VIP. What kind of job?
I am acting on behalf of Mr. Black Hole Birdie, the Holmeister, the Hack Attack. I don't have a lot of time, but Mr. Birdie sent me to retrieve a message. Something he recorded for Ms. Bellamy while he was off his kilter.
Okay, let's see here. We can lie and say you're out of luck. I found it already, and it's pretty intimidating.
You found the recording? Oh, well, that's just sweeter than a fistful of purple berry punch. Oh, law, Birdie's gonna slaughter me like a woolly cow. Will you meet me later, over at the pilot house? I swear, from the bottom of my employment contract, I will tell you everything I know about Ms. Bellamy's demise.
Okay. So we see, we got some action in the chat here. Travis Pickle is saying Pog over and over and over and over again. Okay, maybe I'm missing something there. Or you're just really excited about this guy's hat. And I'm kind of excited about this guy's hat, and I really hope I can get my hands on one. Alan Page also says, why are you writing Pog? I'm kind of curious myself. Let's move back into the conversation here. Okay, all right. I'll meet you on in the pilot house later. Not good enough. You're staying put. Intimidate 40. Tell me what you know, or they'll have to rinse your remains out of that mascot outfit.
What? But I can't. Please don't hurt me. I'm sorry. I can't. Not here. I'm sorry. The pilot house complex. Meet me there, and I'll tell you everything, I swear.
Or I'll just kill you. All right, so what did we get there? I don't even remember what we got. I went through it so quickly. Was there a note or anything there? Prince of Tossball. You killed the mascot as he was leaving your penthouse, but you still have the lead to the weather monitoring station. Okay. He refused to speak more about it inside the hotel, insisting you meet him at the weather monitoring station on the Phaeton pilot house. Yeah, I killed him. I wanted his hat. You killed the mascot as he was leaving your penthouse, but you still have the lead to the weather monitoring station. Okay, good. And we're going to finish this main quest up here, but I'm going to give Felix is going to get a special hat to go with his Rizzo's Rangers uniform. He gets a special hat. And did this guy have any unique weapons or anything? Doesn't look like it. He did have another Rizzo's Rangers tossball uniform. 42 armor. Let's see what Felix's is at. His is only 28. All right, so we're going to swap that out too. Give him a little more defense. Oh, and it has wings on the back of it. Oh my. Oh, no, it's not wings. It's a hologram projector. Okay, that's pretty badass. Or really stupid, but yeah. Well, Felix, you are a fan of the Rizzo's Rangers, so accept it. And Ellie looks like she can be leveled up. Heals you more when you're at low health. Healed to 25% health when downed. Let's go ahead and take this. That might be useful later. Travis Bickle says he's typing it because he feels like it, and he's doing it again. Okay. I'm guessing that means you are excited. Okay. As long as it's a happy, fun, excited thing, I don't really care. All right. While Nyoka's in the party, you gain increased experience from discovering locations. That's not that useful. Sneak attack damage, that's definitely useful. We'll take that. Tactical time dilation. Oh yeah, we'll take that, definitely. Okay. Vicar Max, what do we have for you? Max will taunt enemies within 20 meters when you drop below 25% health. Okay, sounds like fun. Travis says that hat is Pog. Okay. Maybe I'm just, maybe this is just me being old. I have no idea what that means. I'm going to assume that it is good because that hat is awesome. And there can be no other possible description for it, so we'll consider that it's fine. There's not a lot going on in the chat tonight, so you can go nuts. This guy's voice acting is great. Okay, let's go ahead and
I
talk to the
understand there was an
administrator.
incident at the orchards. The pollination cycle began without my authorization. The loss of so many mosquitoes will set back production at the orchards for weeks, if not months. I'm disappointed in you.
Boo-hoo, it was me or them.
Of course, you're right. I'll set aside my disappointment for later consideration. Something about this incident troubles me. The circumstances are suspicious. But let's concentrate on the matter at hand. Have you discovered anything?
Reach for a cigarette and say the plot thickens, Administrator.
You have my attention.
Dr. Blossom is dead, murdered by an unknown killer. Helen insisted on touring the Rizzo's R&D lab. Someone stole data from one of your terminals in research and development.
That's troubling, to say the least. Any transfer of proprietary data is strictly prohibited without my permission.
Perception and Hack 55. You can't steal that much data without an expensive cartridge. Our thief had resources.
A clever deduction, Inspector. That gives us a little information to work with.
All right, this happened just before the Waspketo attack. Someone was trying to stop me.
Yes, I share your suspicions. Someone didn't want you following their trail. This feels like more than corporate espionage. Someone's playing with us, Inspector. And I have never in my life enjoyed games. Did you discover anything else?
Dr. Blossom is dead, murdered by an unknown killer.
That's deeply upsetting. Dr. Leora Blossom was an extraordinary scientist and a friend. We have a murderer on the loose, Inspector. As if the death of Halcyon Helen wasn't enough of a blow to our facility.
Okay, she was in trouble when I found her. The other workers had turned violent.
Her commitment to her NDA was admirable. I'll make sure to accelerate the payout of her death benefits to her next of kin.
Let's not leap to conclusions. Don't know who's behind her death. All I know is she recognized her killer.
Interesting. The Rizzo's family is a small family, Inspector. Most of us recognize one another. Still, any information is good information. It troubles me to believe Leora could have been murdered by one of our own. If there's anything else you'd like to share, you have my attention.
Helen insisted on touring the R&D lab.
Insisted? That's interesting. We'd scheduled a tour of the lab for Helen. Purely a public relations event to be held sometime in the indeterminate future. Then again, Helen and I were not well acquainted. I can't speak to her intentions.
Okay, let's see here. What were you going to show her during the tour? She spent a little time at the orchards. I found evidence she was at a picnic.
A picnic? I don't recall approving a private social gathering at the orchards. I'll have to make a note of this information. Thank you for bringing this to my attention. Was there anything else?
I'll let you know if I learn anything else.
This incident at the orchards must be connected to Helen's murder somehow. I don't know how, but I feel it in my marrow. My apologies, Inspector. This case is under your jurisdiction, not mine. I leave it in your hands. When you're ready, I suggest a word with the hotel coroner. She should have finished her autopsy by now.
Hey, why was there a suspicious-looking mascot in my room?
Why was there a suspicious-looking mascot in your room? I'm afraid I don't understand. Is this the lead-up to a joke?
You heard me, Lou. Is there something about my tone that suggests I'm joking? There was a Rizzo's mascot poking around my room, and I'd like to know why. Is there something about my tone that suggests I'm joking?
My apologies. I can tell you're not, as they say in Terra 2, twisting my limb. I don't know why there was a mascot in your room. The Grand Colonial doesn't offer that kind of room service, I think.
What about a cleaning service? Because I'm not wiping mascot bits off my floor.
Oh, for law's sake. Never mind. I don't care. The hotel is Cedric's concern, which means this is now his problem.
It was a misunderstanding. I just wanted to know if you had anything to do with it.
I most certainly did not. My policy toward Eridanos is one of, shall we say, benign negligence. I keep my distance and don't involve myself unless necessary. In any case, let me apologize for this unfortunate business. I'm sure this mascot meant no harm.
I'll take your word for it.
Was there anything else?
I'll be back. And we've got another level up. All right, well, I guess one advantage to jumping into this at a under-leveled is that you're going to level up pretty quickly from it. So let's see here. We've got, what do we want to boost? Hacking and lockpicking probably makes some sense. And we can take another perk. Was there something for science weapon damage? I wasn't thinking that, but with that new one, that's pretty cool. So increase the magazine size of science weapons. That would be good. Okay, we already took 50% science weapon damage. Any of those down here? Doesn't look like it. So we'll take the one that increases the magazine capacity, because that's going to be a pretty big deal on that new one. Oops. Because now we should go to 100, okay. All right, so now we've got 100 rounds, and that's when they're all sped up, so that's pretty solid. All right, and we've got everybody in the chat saying, saying Pog now. Alan Page with a $5 super chat. Thank you very much, Alan Page. I appreciate that, and I appreciate everybody hanging around tonight. He asks, does the DLC increase the level cap? Yes. My understanding is the last one gave us 33, and the new one takes us to 36. And Canaplex with $20. Just my payment for the entertainment tax. You're an entertaining human. Thank you very much. I really, really appreciate it. And most importantly, as always, I appreciate everybody just hanging out and having fun. That's what it's all about. But I definitely appreciate the super chats. Really lets me know that that people are digging what I'm doing. Okay, let's go into here. We want the Prince of Tossball. Let's go.
What floor would you like to visit?
Oh, that's right. We have to get permission here. I still want to go to the VIP guest floor.
Oh, so sorry, but you're not actually authorized to visit that floor.
Well, why
What
not?
authorized floor can I bring you to?
Authorize me, damn it. Exit the Grand Colonial. Or are we going to the lobby? Let's go to the lobby and then we can exit ourselves if we want to. All right, we're going to keep Felix and we're going to take Parvati too. So I've heard she has some pretty funny dialogue at certain points as well. And let's go ahead and make sure we've got her armed well. She's got the shrink ray and the prismatic hammer. She's got low-level stuff. Let's see if we can improve some of that. We could give her the pile driver. The prismatic hammer is a good weapon, but not when it's that low level. And the shrink ray is kind of useful. But I'm wondering if maybe one of these pistols or something with better DPS would be better for what we're doing. That's what I'm thinking. Let's give her the bolter pistol. And let's check out her armor situation. Yeah, that's pretty weak armor. What can we give her? We've got troop armor. We've got, oh wow, 108 armor. I think I'm going to take that back for myself. 51. Let's give her this one. But we'll keep her in her Moon Man helmet. Travis Bickle says, I'm back. Excellent. Okay. Oh, we have another Rizzo's Rangers uniform. Travis Bickle's back with the pog. You can have fun, be as excited as you want, my friend. But if people do actually start having a conversation in the chat, just slow it down a little. That's all I would ask. Okay. Let's see here. Do we want to give her a Rizzo's Rangers uniform? No, let's keep her where she's at. Maybe we should give her one. Yeah, let's give her a Rangers uniform. Why not? We'll have a little fun with all this. Travis Bickle says, I subscribed, by the way. Well, thank you very much for that. I do appreciate it. I know there's fancy things people can run to show them that stuff while they stream. I do not know how to do that, so I don't get to see any of that stuff until after it's over, but thank you very much. And, okay, so she's got a good weapon. That's good. Felix is still well armed, so that's all good. He's got a good toss ball stick. It's better than anything there. All right, I'm content with that. Now, where are we going? We're going back out. Let's just look at the map and see if it's someplace we can fast travel to. Not yet. Okay. Hopefully it's a place we can even get to. Halcyon Helen versus the Brain Eaters. Chapter 12, Murder on Eridanos. I wonder if we're going to find out this is all fake in the end and it was just a movie. And we're in the movie. Which would be really sensible if we had done the movie quest. Ooh, where does this go? We've got a new place we can go. Hotel to distillation discovered. Okay. Well, that's good to know. Uh-oh, we've got...
Okay, keep quiet. Here we go!
Oh, that's the last of him.
All right. Good enough. So, yeah, it just totally saved you from those crazy parasite worm people. And hotel to pilot house. Amelia Stillwell. Nice to meet you, Amelia Stillwell, or maybe not.
Non-slug personnel aren't permitted on the pilot house. Can I help you with something?
Okay, we can ask her some questions about Evan O'Connell. Remember, there was a side quest about him earlier.
Sure. He in trouble or something?
I think he might be.
Well, shit. What happened? Is he all right?
He didn't show up for work today. When did you see him last?
I just had a shift with Evan at the Purpleberry Orchards, kind of. We were supposed to haul some crates, but he was drunk when I got there. I took him to room 82 under the hotel so he could sleep it off. Guess he was drunker than I thought if he didn't show for work.
Okay, you're not off the hook yet.
Can you just check on Evan, please? I'm on duty here.
Yeah. Fine, whatever. Okay, well, I gotta go to the pilot house. And apparently you're gonna let me. Even though you said I wasn't allowed to go. So, I'm going. I want to know why this guy was in my house. And see if there's any more cool hats laying around. John W. says, is it me or does the magnifying glass sound like Twiggy? If you don't know who Twiggy in sci-fi is, well, that's hard to explain. I gotta admit, I'm not familiar.
I could use a new pair of glasses. Can't imagine where you
Okay, we've got some hotel guests. Amita's shop. We've got some background noise here from the jets. Whoa, that's probably not.
Don't hurt me! Did we win? How it go on Felix?
Did we win?
Indeed. And that looks just like my old.
Okay, wasn't expecting that in there. We've got a workbench. I do want to see if I can modify this weapon at all. I don't think I can, but we'll just take a look. No, you can't modify the science weapons. But I can tinker it. So that's going to make it do even more damage. Okay. And I should probably also repair everything I've got, because it does hurt the damage after a while. Okay, and Amita's shop. She has a shop here where they sell some stuff. We've got some shoes, some other stuff here that we would have to steal. Don't want to do that just yet.
Hey, you. Come take a look.
I've seen you before. You work in Edgewater. You work in a couple of other places. Or I guess those are just your twins.
Hey, you look like you need some stuff. Fancy watch? Spare cufflink? Single earring? You want it, I've got it.
All right. Alan Page says, Battlestar Galactica. He's the one that said bitty, bitty, bitty. Don't remember that. But I'm very familiar with the new Battlestar Galactica, not the old Battlestar Galactica. Maybe that's from, I'm assuming that's from the original. That sounds a little too campy for the second series. Online it says it's spelled Twicky. Okay. All right, well, you look like you need some stuff. Fancy watch, spare cufflinks, single earring. You want it, I've got it. What is all this junk?
Junk? My friend, this is not junk.
Yes, it is.
These are people's prized possessions.
Not anymore.
Priceless personal effects, beloved souvenirs and knickknacks.
Beloved by who? These are just longer words for junk.
Nice try, but you can't haggle me down. These are premium goods.
How did you come by them?
Huh? Oh, well, some of the guests left this stuff behind.
Uh-huh. Sure they did. You mean you stole it?
I would certainly not admit to that, even if it were true. Take a look for yourself.
Okay, you doing okay?
Me? Oh, sure. Terrific. Never better. And as soon as I pay off my docking fines, I'll be back on my feet and in my ship.
Aha, now I see. Okay, docking fines, huh?
So it turns out Slug has some pretty strict rules on vehicle docking, and I may have broken a few of them. Who'd think Slug would be so strict?
Docking rules?
Let's see. There's docking without prior authorization, double docking, docking into adjacent vessels, docking while under the influence of alcohol, docking while under the influence of caffeinoids, and loitering.
Okay, that sounds like a Tuesday to me.
Well, I'm sure they'll go easier on the inspector than on little old me. But say, maybe you could help a stranger out? Buy some of my goods?
All right, show me what you have. Maybe she's got something good. She's got ammo. Don't really need ammo. She's got some clothing. Sneak plus 10. Ooh, yeah, let's grab that. I'll take that. 6,000 bits. Maybe I don't want it that bad. Stealth skills plus 5. I've got something like that already. Leadership skills, don't care. Defense skills. Okay, well, you know what? Sneak plus 10? Yeah, but that's sneak. It's not stealth skills. If it was stealth skills, it would be worth it, because that would boost up my lockpicking and my hack, too. But, just for just for a little bit more sneak when that's already high. No, I don't think I need that. And she doesn't really have anything I need here unless she's got a quest item. Nope. Okay, let's sell her some stuff. She needs to make money, so let's take some of hers. And we're going to have some junk weapons we can sell, I'm sure. Don't need you. Don't need you. That can go. That can go. That can go. That can go. Don't need 2 of those light pistols, even if they are halfway decent now. I really don't need even 1 of them. That's going to eventually go to Ellie. Don't need that. That we want to keep around for now. Okay, I'm good with that stuff. That's old junk. Hats. Did they do anything? Long guns plus 5. We'll keep 1 just in case, but I definitely don't need 2. Don't need you. Okay, we'll keep... I don't need 2 of those. Alright, we're good. And now I did want to change my armor because I got a better version of this. As much as I'm happy to be in the 69 armor, can't really turn down the 108 armor either. And that means, well, we'll give the 69 armor to somebody else eventually. Okay, so we got to make our way to the pilot thing. Still got quite a ways to go. Okay, so Alan Page says it's from Buck Rogers in the 25th century, 79 to 81 TV series. Yep, definitely. I mean, I'm familiar with the existence of the TV series. I've just never watched it. But I believe you could be right. There's definitely a lot of inspiration for a lot of things in this game from campy old sci-fi stuff. All right, and the meeting spot is over there. Anything we need to watch out for? Pilot house engineer. Nope, you're fine. Okay, let's keep going here. The Phaeton.
Sure he's not in the museum. Even if he is, no one will think you dress the same as him on
Unnamed people.
I was at...
Transition to the navigation deck. Well, that's not where we're supposed to go. We're supposed to go to the meeting place over here. The meteorological control station. Okay. Let's head on in. And who are you? Rizzo's security.
Timeline discrepancy
Okay.
detected nearby.
Time for...
This empty bottle of spirits does not belong to any known corporate brand. Suspicious residue detected.
We can use our science skill. High concentration of ethanol. Someone's brewing moonshine with antiseptics. If we were strong and dumb, we could smash the bottle against our head, or we could taste the bottle. Let's go ahead and taste it. Sharp, bitter, and burns your tongue.
Ingredients include antiseptic alcohol, sucrose, and unidentifiable miscellaneous organic material. Closest match. Counterfeit spirits available at the Piraeus spaceport.
Okay, so we've learned a little bit. So we need to meet Black Hole Birdie, and we do have Felix with us. That's good. I wanted to bring him, and I wanted to have Parvati for that. All right, we're going to go ahead and pick that lock. Pick up vending machine power cables. Okay, that looks like a quest-related item to me. And we have to go way over there. Where is that? Is that back at the hotel? Okay, so that's back towards the hotel. Let's just go ahead and fast travel over there. There we go. We'll try and we'll see what we get here. Maybe we meet Black Hole Birdie, which would be kind of interesting. 96 meters. 87 meters. 75. Wow, what's going on here? Lily Vargas. I don't really need to talk to you. Something tells me this wasn't where I was supposed to go. Maybe it was. Must have been. Okay. All right, so that's where we need to get to. We jump that? No. Tell you what, Fallout 76 and the marsupial mutation have spoiled me for all RPGs in the future. Look at that jet. That's so cool. Excellent job with it. Uh-oh. Jackasses. Looks like you took care of the jackasses, Felix.
Just wanted to make you smile.
We're the best.
All right. Jackasses incoming. Anything interesting here? No. I do love that he's got this thing on his back. It really does look like wings. And now it looks like we can contact Cedric.
Inspector, good to see you. Let me just grant you access and welcome to the Piraeus spaceport.
Okay, now we can go and hopefully look for Black Hole Birdie. I really hope we get to meet him because I want to know if he's related to Parvati. Because they both have the same last name. "12 meters this way. Fast travel location discovered. Any loot? That doesn't look like anything we can't live without. Oh, we're loading in a little bit here. Okay.
I don't like the way they're eyeing us, Captain.
Oh, we got tough guys over here, huh? Okay, we're just going to give this a minute to load in. It looks pretty intense. Don't worry, Parvati. We are far better armed than they are.
Hey, you! We've been looking for you, and by we, I mean Slug.
Okay.
Been real busy sniffing around Eridanos for clues, haven't you, Inspector? See, Sluglight Underground don't like that much.
What's Sluglight? You think he means slug or sublight? You think he knows?
Should have kept your nose where it belonged, Inspector.
Uh-huh.
Sick of all your meddling in their affairs. Our affairs, I mean. We're... Draw, you damn breadworm, draw!
Okay. Let's see here. I'm an inspector, fella. Sticking my nose where it doesn't belong is my job. Okay, so this is a farce. Attack. I love it when people threaten me. Now I'm acting in self-defense. Sounds good to me. Well, that was a mistake, wasn't it? And not a scratch. Not a scratch on me. And this lady's just sitting there. Like, whatever. Just a little murder. Just a little wanton violence with extremely powerful weapons in the middle of the street. No big deal. So we've got a constable's office here. I wonder if we can get some side quests. The Deputy Wine Taster, 306B.
Greetings, non-criminally associated individual. The Rizzo's constabulary is currently not closed due to a sprat infestation. Bureaucratic processes are currently suspended. At present, criminal reports do not require paperwork. Please lament only in marked lamentation zones. Please speak clearly into this unit's recording instruments.
Your designation is Deputy Wine Taster? What are you doing in the constabulary?
Error. Unit designation no longer Wine Taster. Unit designation now Deputy.
Do your wine testing instruments double as weapons or something?
While potential lethality of unit instrumentation bears towards 95% violent utilization of equipment would void unit warranty. All Rizzo's constabularies must include at least one deputy constable among the pool of available Rizzo's employee candidates. This unit was considered the most competent.
Okay, so you used to be a wine tasting mechanical. What's your favorite wine?
Unit does not have a favorite wine. Unit is incapable of taste.
All right then.
How may this unit be of service to you?
Did you say something about a sprat infestation?
Checking logs. Error. Informational limitations found. 2. Reciting limitation 1. Do not tell users about constabulary sprat infestation. We do not need to pay the health inspector's bribe. A third time limitation 2. Do not read informational limitations aloud, especially not to any of those void-damned snot-nosed guests, or I'll have you sold for parts.
Okay. Goodbye then. So, yeah, the voice effect and everything, not quite as humorous as a Protectron, but the design's great, the concept's very similar, and I do dig it. All right, so what's back here? Anything we can do? Not really. Oh, we have another audiograph.
Greetings, criminal. This unit would implore you to confess to your crime of landing with an expired permit. Please explicate your defense into this unit's recording equipment.
My permit wasn't expired, Scrap Heap. You probably just scanned it wrong.
Error. Unit's permit reading equipment was updated only last week. Please tell a different lie.
Tell a different... You're a mechanical. You ain't got the foggiest idea whether I'm telling the truth or not.
Correct. Criminal. However, Constable Keene has decreed that this unit will remain here, questioning you every minute
That's an effective way to get a confession.
On recent exchange lost. Restarting conversation. Greetings, criminal. This unit would implore you to confess to your crime of landing with an expired permit.
You know what? My permit was fake after all. Let me out of here.
I love it. Okay. And this must be a jail cell, and there's a corpse in there. Oh, okay. So we got some interesting stuff going on in here.
Oh no. Oh, damn it.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Let's check it out.
An aberration in the expected timeline for this organic being has occurred. Behold, the body of Maria Keene, formerly the constable of the Eridanos atmospheric complex. No signs of life detected. Maria Keene is survived by no known relatives.
We met her on the initial call on our ship. And Cirque is in the chat. Hey, checking in. How's it going? It's going great, Cirque. Okay, so we can use perception and handgun check. These are small wounds. She looks like she was shot in the head and neck.
Excellent observation, Inspector. Multiple wounds located in the frontal bone and between the clavicles suggest she was facing away from her attacker. Furthermore, the location and circumference of exit wounds suggest a firearm with unconventional ammunition.
Sounds like the Needler again. We can pass a perception check. I noticed some casings on the ground. Ammunition, or finally we get a dumb option, just as I suspected. This case is unsolvable.
This unit has detected a discrepancy in your reasoning. Inspector, a rudimentary analysis of the evidence points to a simple conclusion. Maria Keene was killed head-on by an attacker armed with an exotic weapon. The ammunition resembles a lancing needle. The description of this weapon is consistent with the Needler, Halcyon Helen's signature weapon.
Amplifier, make a note. Find whoever did this and make them pay.
Your memo has been noted. This unit has been programmed to offer encouragement during moments of emotional strain. Banter protocol activated. We'll find the sprat bastards responsible, Inspector.
All right, then. Spectrum Orange. Ooh, we have a key card. Constabulary Terminal key card. We'll grab that. So we might be getting some things out of order here. But that's okay. That's still really an open world setup, so we should be okay to do things in whatever order we want. Nothing in there. No reason to pick that lock. Examine. Singularity Steel sawed-off shotgun. This aggressively sawed-off shotgun is the signature weapon of Singularity Steel, renowned space pirate, gun hand, and gardener. This weapon, just as board disapproved as its wielder's serial, is thankfully just a prop. Otherwise, attempting to fire it would have a 50-50 chance of reaming an entire room with buckshot or exploding in the user's hands. Okay, that looks like everything interesting back here. And we'll go ahead and check the terminal. All right, internment logs, security footage, messages, check diagnostics. Internment logs. Oh, we've got quite a few here. Cassidy Mills. Suspicion of smuggling is fait accompli to any arrest report involving Cassidy Mills. Cassidy has made attempted smuggling a hobby, and with a few more years of unsupervised practice, will likely elevate attempted smuggling into an art form. The key term here is attempted. I'm not at all confident in Cassidy's ability to successfully smuggle anything. She's clumsy in the extreme, obvious to a fault, and couldn't hide sand in a desert. Suspicion of smuggling nonetheless constitutes dissident, irresponsible, or otherwise untoward behavior contrary to the high standards of Rizzo's company law. Because Cassidy Mills falls under the purview of Sublight Underground, I expect Mr. Kincannon to pay her internment fees within 36 hours as usual. All right, and our next delinquent log, Zuber Oza. Arrest log. Mr. Oza was found semi-conscious earlier yesterday morning, lying amongst the remains of a crate of Rizzo's confectionaries. Material value 15 bits, market loss approximately 1,500 bits. When approached by guards, Oza began to rave and yell, uttering phrases such as, "Rizzo's has slugs! Slugs! They'll kill us all!" Mr. Oza was apprehended and brought to the constable's office. Slug bureaucrats have begun work on the defamation papers, which, in tandem with the price of the goods Mr. Oza destroyed, will likely force him into hard labor for the rest of his life. At least he won't be stoking any trouble between us and Rizzo's anymore. And another delinquent log, Alexis Lamb. Arrest log. 6th arrest of Lamb this month. He's getting close to his record for public drunkenness. All right, return to the route. Some messages, security footage archive. Let's check that out. Security footage archive. Okay, there's nothing there. Messages. Enter passcode. There we go. From Q Ludovico. Password was, "I love terror on Monarch." Constable, I know you don't need to hear this, but please be on your guard. Paria Spaceport is technically outside my jurisdiction, which means you're the only representative of company law in Slug territory. This is more than I can reasonably expect from you, but I'd appreciate it if you kept an eye on Cedric Kincannon. He's looking for any opportunity to seize control of the entire complex from me, and you're keeping him in check. You are the first, last, and only line of defense between Slug's lawless hooligans and our project. I know you have dreams of something bigger than Eridanos. If this product launch is successful, if Spectrum Brown spreads to the rest of the colony, I promise you I'll find you a place where you can be happy for the rest of your life. You're a valuable part of the Rizzo's family, and I will look after you. Quentin. All right, so it looks like he was really counting on her. And now we'll check diagnostics. Record archives not found pursuant of Rizzo's company policy. All constabulary terminals must provide for the maintenance, archiving, and disposal of official records. Let's run data recovery. Well, critical damage detected, data recovery failed. We don't have Hack 150, so we can't do anything more there. Query record archives, maybe we can get something here. Requires high-level clearance. No records found. All right, so that looks like all we're going to get out of there, at least for now. Let's go find Black Hole Birdie like we planned. I've been hoping to meet Black Hole Birdie this whole time, and we've definitely got some things to explore here, but...
Does Sublight Underground run this place? Looks a lot cleaner than the Groundbreaker.
Maybe a little.
It's real busy. I wonder if they're trying to compete with the Groundbreaker.
Freight storage and processing. Buy a bunk. Oops. That wasn't the plan.
Buy a bunk, huh? I think I'll stick to my cabin, thanks.
So we could pick that lock, and it doesn't look like it's hostile if we do. Oh, maybe it is. No? Guess not. Okay. Just take a quick look around in here. Some bits. Really nothing in here. We'll run the discrepancy amplifier just to see. Nope. Nothing interesting there. Alright, we need to go find Black Hole Birdie. Where's he at? Alright. So buy a bunk there again. Okay, so we'll probably get sent to one of these to look for somebody. Copper Bottom Cantina. So this must be Black Hole Birdie.
Hey, I saw your ship. The Unreliable, right? It's a real beauty.
Okay. Is that a named person? No? Alright, so here's Black Hole Birdie.
What do you want? Boss, it's Birdie Holcomb. Black Hole Birdie. The Holemeister? The Hack Attack.
Shh, not so loud. How'd you know it was me?
Sorry, should I not have? I'm an inspector and a damn good one. Do you have any idea how many tossball posters your face is on?
That's what the disguise is for. I'm in no mood to sign autographs, and I hate disappointing fans. So I'm lying low. You know, incompleto.
Oh, wow. This guy might be as dumb as me. Okay. Incognito. It's a very nice hat. You're about as disguised as a sprat in a wig. Good law, man. You think these people don't recognize you? It's a very nice hat.
Yeah, it really draws attention to you. I never would have noticed the hungover-looking fella in the corner of the cantina was Black Hole Birdie if you weren't wearing that hat.
Oh, what's it matter? Helen's gone. She's gone and nothing I do will bring her back. I've been trying to find who did this. That's what she would do. Track down the killer and bring them to justice. But I'm stumped. And not very clever. Being bright was always Helen's thing.
Oh, come on, Birdie. You're plenty sharp. Anybody who says otherwise is a Cleo Darlings fan.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, he's not that sharp, Felix. Sorry. So, kind of in the middle of an investigation here, Felix. I don't care how smart he is. What I care about is the man's alibi.
Oh, so you're the inspector. Hope you have more luck figuring things out than me. You probably want to ask me some questions, huh? I'm sure you're asking everybody questions, so you can find Helen's killer. So, how do I help?
What were you doing the night Helen died?
I was getting blotto with the rest of the Rangers.
What?
You know, soaked, muddled, preserved.
Preserved? Oh, right. Yeah, he was drunk.
The team noticed I was in a bad way when I got back to the hotel. When I told them Helen and I were Splitsville, they wanted to cheer me up. We were up the pole afore evening. The hotel staff said we was bothering the other guests on account of all the crying and yelling and practice body tackling. Zeke said we should move elsewhere, get some air.
We read about that in one of those complaint logs at the beginning of the DLC. So, where'd you... I'm deeply disappointed I didn't get to see all of this.
We ended up at the Wilderness Exploitation Reserve. I think somebody wanted to pet a woolly cow.
Okay.
There was this one cow off away from the others. Zeke figured it'd be a laugh to get her drunk. One thing led to another, and I think we might have maybe, you know, stolen her.
What is wrong with you?
I don't know. We were drunk, and we made bad choices. She was all alone. I know how that feels now. It's so hard to be all by your lonesome. My memory's a little muddled after that. I guess me and the team got split up, because I know I was on my own at the pilot house for a time.
So you found a cow and you thought it was lonely and you stole it. Okay, could anyone from the pilot house back that up?
I reckon not. See, I went to the weather station. I was looking for where Helen stashed her data pad for safekeeping, right? She'd asked me to get it, mind. I wasn't stealing. I'm no thief.
Mm-hmm. You're telling me Helen dumped you and then asked you for a favor?
Nah, she sent a note to my hotel room before we, you know, split. I don't know how long it was sitting there before I noticed.
All right, so the data pad, did you find it?
Sure did. Only there was a guard out there who found me. She started yelling about how I was trespassing and in serious trouble. Thing is, it was real dark out there. So dark, she couldn't tell who I was.
Uh-huh, okay. Sigh wearily. Sounds good to me.
I wasn't keen on conversing, okay? I was drunk and holding someone else's data pad. And also, maybe I was crying a little, so I booked it. Ran like the Rangers were down by 3, and I just bronzed the toss ball in the Friday zone.
I love that they've thought this game through enough to give it nicknames and things like that. That's great. Well, I know you weren't sprinting for the Sunday zone. Where'd you go? Did anyone else see you that night? Think hard. Anyone, anywhere. Cute tossball simile. Your story's still full of holes.
I've been telling you everything I remember. All that's left is the part where I ran from the pilot house straight to my friend's... I mean, to my... fridge... Raider.
Ah. Okay. I would have to be dead not to realize that's a lie.
Can we pretend I didn't mention that? I don't want to tell you. I'll get in trouble.
Not having a witness puts you in much bigger trouble. What do you think, Parvati? Up for a little good inspector, bad inspector? Okay, Felix, you're bad inspector, just like in the serials. You can't even imagine the trouble you'll be in with me if you don't spill. Let's ask Parvati. What do you think? You up for a little good inspector, bad inspector?
Good one, Captain. Oh, you're serious? You want me to be the bad inspector? Are you sure?
Come on, give it your best shot. Fine, I'll be bad inspector. But I'm already good inspector. Determination, you can do this. Just pretend you're a serial hero shaking down a dissident. Shit, you're right. I've bungled the setup, haven't I? Come on, give it your best shot.
Oh, fine. I'll do my best. Here goes nothing. Look, Mr. Black Hole, sir. If you know anything about Ms. Helen's death, you need to tell us. 'Cause the inspectors, real determined to hunt the killer down, and you seem like a real kind-hearted man, and I'd hate to see you get caught up in this mess.
I apologize, ma'am, but I'm confused. I thought your boss was the good inspector?
Sorry, I messed up, didn't I?
She is wonderful. She is just absolutely wonderful. I love this character. Okay, we can intimidate. Crack your knuckles and glare at Birdie. Don't worry, I'll take it from here.
All right, I get the idea. Jeez. Look, I talked to Auric, okay? Auric West. Hangs out around the spaceport. He's the one who taught me the breathing exercises I use to calm down.
And that gives us an Xbox achievement, too. All right. Okay, look, I talked to Auric, hangs out around the spaceport. He's the one who taught me the breathing exercises I use to calm down. I'll follow up with Auric, your bookie, murderous confidant, secret paramour with whom you're having a torrid affair.
Confidant is like confidence. What's torrid mean?
Who's Auric, Birdie?
Don't get the wrong idea, okay? Auric's not a bad guy. He's just got an unusual job. So now you have the whole story. After I talked to Auric, I went back to the hotel. Woke up the next morning with Helen's data pad in my hand and the hangover to end all hangovers. Don't know if I'll ever drink again.
Geez, isn't that a beer you're drinking now? Let's see the data pad. Yeah, that's what I want. I want to see the data pad.
Oh, yeah, you'll probably want to... Yeah, of course. Of course. Helen sure did have the prettiest handwriting.
Come on, pal. Sometime today.
Here. take it. Either she was writing in code or I'm dumber than a bag of hammers. I tried for hours to crack her notes, but it's like I said. Being bright was Helen's thing.
All right, I'll take a look at them. There's still a gap in your timeline, Birdie, and I'm not sure a blackout will cut it.
I know that. But you gotta believe me. I would never hurt Helen, no matter how drunk I was. You could preserve me in Spectrum Brown and I wouldn't even look at her funny. I want to help you find her killer, Inspector. I knew Helen better than anybody. And it could be handy to have a guy like me around, in case anybody gives you trouble.
Okay. Start threatening witnesses and I'll throw you in jail myself. I'm really more of the lone canid type. I can't let a suspect be part of the investigation. Or sorry, Birdie, it's better if you're not involved. Let's go with number 2. Can't let a suspect be part of the investigation.
I get it. I'll head back to the Grand Colonial then. Unless you need me for anything else?
No, you're free to go. We're going to move along. All right, so next up, we need... All right, so we've got a couple places to go. We got to meet Auric. And we can go talk to Administrator Ludovico. Well, I want to go meet Auric. Let's go see what this guy's all about.
Hey, pal. Over here.
Oh, he's actually got a unique facial model. Still got Felix's hair, but
hey
kind of interesting.
You're looking to unwind, friend? Maybe you're on your way to the bar for a good time.
You want to sell me some
something
drugs?
A little better than beer or Adreno? Something with a little more kick?
Maybe better than beer?
Bold claim, I know. But I wouldn't lie to you, friend.
Oh, I'm sure.
Name's Auric. I deal in, shall we say, holistic pharmaceuticals, natural substances and the like. You know, alternative stuff. I know.
You're going to try to sell me Raptidon toenails, aren't you?
Live. I get it. I do. Why go for that homegrown shit when you could be pumping your body full of effort accelerators? Says it right on the Anti-Cleo's box. Better than nature, right?
Indeed.
Well, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret, pal. Those pharmaceuticals the corporations manufacture, not all of them are as good for you as the board wants you to believe.
That sounds medically inaccurate.
Alternatives. That's the way to go, pal. Trust me. No matter what ails you, I got what you need.
Okay. What kind of alternatives do you sell? Let's find out.
What do I sell? I've got premium shit, my friend.
I'll bet
Vitamins
you do.
Like you wouldn't believe. Calcium, vitamin D, reverse vitamin D. I got everything, my friend. You got stress problems? I got stress solutions. Aromatherapy eases the mind. Diluted mantisaur essence, best kept secret in the business. And if you're a real freak, techniques to calm yourself by fooling your own mind. If they can tame the rage of a certain well-known tossball star, they can help anybody.
This guy sells vitamins and aromatherapy, and he's like a drug dealer. This is the greatest thing I've ever seen. It's brilliant. I want to ask you some questions about Bertie Holcomb.
Wait, you ain't a sheriff, right? You gotta tell me if you're a sheriff.
I'm a freelance inspector brought in to investigate the death of Halsey and Helen. I don't think I have jurisdiction here. What makes you think I'm a sheriff? I'm just a man looking for answers. Or if I'd planned to arrest you, you'd be in jail by now. Let's just tell him what we're here for.
I'll be honest, I don't really know where that puts us.
I'm not here to bring you any trouble, I just want to talk. Me either, and I'm not going to arrest someone if I don't even know if that's allowed. Answer the damn questions already. All right, that's what we're going to roll with. Fits character.
All right, fine. Yeah, I know Bertie. So what?
Okay, was Bertie with you the night Halsey and Helen was killed?
Yeah, damn shame about that. Bertie thought the world of Helen, you know. He showed up drunk at my place wanting to talk about the breakup. Helen dumped him, he said. Boy, was he in a bad way. I'd never seen him like that before. We talked for a while, and when he felt better, I sent him back to the hotel. Told him to drink more water and get some sleep.
All right. How do you know Birdie?
He may or may not buy alternatives from me from time to time. A little diluted mantisaur essence here, a little vitamin B negative there.
Black Hole Birdie has a substance problem?
Nah. What Birdie's got is a stress problem. He's stressed out of his mind, the poor guy. Everyone knows his name. Can't turn around without having to sign an autograph. Then you throw in playing tossball for a living. Violence like that, it does things to a body. It does things to the head.
All right. So what do you mean tossball does things to the head?
Come on. Birdie's a damn good hacker, but taking that many blows to the noggin would scramble anyone's upstairs business. I know it's knocked a few of his memories loose. I worry about him, that's all. He's a good kid. Got a good heart.
All right. I heard you taught Birdie some breathing techniques.
Yeah, that was me. Birdie's got a temper, but he's not a bad kid, you know? He's trying to work on it.
Well, that's all for now. Okay, so we've confirmed his alibi. And now what do we need to do? Report back to Administrator Ludovico. Okay. So we're going to head back to the hotel. We'll head back to the penthouse and check in with the administrator.
Inspector, I've just received word that Constable Keene is dead. Please tell me it isn't true.
We can lie and say, I'm sorry, I don't know anything about that. Say nothing or tell him she was murdered in her office. I don't know who the good guy is here. I don't know who's lying to me. Could be that the Sublight people had Helen killed. Could be that the Rizzo's people had Helen killed. Could be that she was involved in something entirely different. But I keep giving this guy information. Well, let's lie because, you know, why not?
No, I can't imagine you'd be aware. It all happened so quickly. Halcyon Helen, Leora Blossom, Maria Keene. There's a murderer on the loose, Inspector. You must stop them. I don't have Maria to count on anymore, so I'm counting on you.
Was she important to you?
Maria devoted her entire life to our vision. She was absolutely committed to our company, to our project. I promised myself I'd reward her after we launched Spectrum Brown. I'd make sure she was comfortable for the rest of her life. She was also our voice of reason. She was sensible, and I appreciated her advice. I never got to tell her that.
Sounds like you were a little more fond of her than you're letting on. Enough talk. I'll find whoever did this.
Make them suffer, Inspector.
That's the plan. I did manage to track down Black Hole Birdie.
I'm pleased to hear that. Birdie Holcomb is a valuable asset to the Rizzo's Rangers property. When Helen was murdered, Birdie was nowhere to be found. The timing of his disappearance is unfortunate.
Unfortunate and suspicious. This isn't a good look for Birdie. Birdie's something of a character, but he's harmless. I feel a little bad for him. Even if he didn't kill Helen, Birdie's done some reckless things. I think I'm going to say that I feel a little bad for him. I kind of do.
Try not to feel too bad for him. Birdie is a brilliant athlete. The universe has balanced his talent by making him a slackwit.
That is entirely possible. Go easy on him. He just lost the love of his life. His teammates are a bad influence on him. There was this incident with a woolly cow. He lost his temper at the picnic, but I think he regrets it. His dealer's about the only guy he can talk to. Go easy on him. He just lost the love of his life. You know, I'm a maniacal moron, but I'm no tattletale.
I don't understand what it was that Helen saw in Birdie. Whatever it was, she seemed to trust him implicitly. He was always on his best behavior around her. Or he tried. I'm not a heartless man, Inspector. I know that losing Helen must have shaken Birdie to his core. Be plain with me, Inspector. Do you believe Black Hole Birdie killed Helen?
It's possible. I'm still investigating my needs. It looks likely. I really don't. Or the dumb option. Who cares? He's the perfect space goat. You switch up 2 letters. Well, we gotta say it. We are the Maniacal Moron. Who cares? He's the perfect space goat.
Do you mean scapegoat? Inspector, you're not here to help me find a convenient scapegoat. I meant scapegoat. Oh, for law's sake, now you've gotten me saying it. Just do what you were hired to do and find the killer.
Birdie needs to be locked up just to keep him out of trouble. By the way, Birdie agreed to stay at the Grand Colonial.
I appreciate that. I'd rather keep Birdie within the public eye than let him languish in a bar at the docks. If you're through investigating Birdie, I recommend looking into Cedric Kincannon. He's been entirely too comfortable since we began this investigation. I don't trust Cedric when he's comfortable.
Okay, I'll be back. And we've got another level up. All right, well, that part of the quest was a little quicker than the first one. All right, let's see here. So we can add to some skills. Let's boost up lockpicking. Okay, and I did notice that lockpicking was now negative, so stealth skills -5. That's not good. Okay, so we may need to wear some different armor here. Dialogue skills. Defense skills. We're going to go back to the 69 armor. I'd love to do something that increases my stealth skills, but at least not reducing them is going to work. Cirque says, can I interest you in some shiny serrated spoons for your soup, sir? No, thank you. No, thank you. Anything else to check out here? Oh, I see. Okay, so we're bringing things back. There's Helen's prop gun. So we're bringing things back that we found. The broken tossball stick. All right, let's go check out the murder board. I think that's what it's called. Board is covered with a loose collection of photographs and papers. Examine the board more closely. Something is rotten on Eridanos. With every step of your investigation, you come closer to the truth. Examine your suspects. Who could have killed Halsey and Helen? What was their motive? Look at... Okay, I see. That's kind of cool. All right. I don't really care. We can get out of this. All right. I just wanted to see what the interaction was like. That's kind of cool. There's our... there's the mascot. There's the prophet of profitability, who we haven't met yet. The doctor. Helen. There's Birdie. And Doctor's dead. The constable is dead. Okay. All right. Interesting stuff. Okay, cool. I like how they gave you this whole space here. This is interesting. You get a nice little player home, and we still have Helen's garbage laying around. I'm so glad that her suitcases and dirty clothes are all over the only bed in the suite. And her wigs. She's got wigs. All right, so let's just take a quick look at the journal. Lord of Blight, we can go speak to Cedric. The man who chafed. Speak to Dr. Goodnight. Speak with Dr. Goodnight to discover what she may have learned about Helen's autopsy. All right, let's go do that quick. think she's in the lobby. We'll just keep our companions as we are. Okay, so we've got to get up to the next floor. Where do we do that?
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Ah, more clues.
This is a bottle of unreleased Rizzo's product. Helen appears to have attempted to use it to spell something as she expired, but all she managed was a sticky bee.
Dumb dialogue. I figured it out. She wanted some Borst.
Likelihood of Helen using her final moments to spell the first letter of the food she was craving, 0.0002%.
Well, if you're so smart, what do you think it means? I'm pretty sure I'm right. Let's move on.
This evidence has been recorded for later reference. Now generating pre-approved compliment. Splendid work, Inspector.
Don't patronize me. So, the bee there was a bee on something else earlier. The game is really trying to make us think Birdie did it. Which leads me to believe that Birdie could not possibly have done it. Alright, how do we get to the upstairs? There's stairs. It's over. Fat Kid is in the chat, says this comment has been censored for your safety. Well, thank you for looking out for my safety.
That was quick.
What the? I was going to wash my hands, I swear.
Okay.
Mr. Kincannon really knows how to run a hotel.
Uh-huh.
I was nearly attacked by a terror ray on my way here.
Okay, that's nice. Not sure why I needed to pick that lock, but okay. This looks like a spa of some sort. Oh, this is Dr. Goodnight's lab. Okay, let's check out the terminal. Autopsy report, Ruth Bellamy. Look at that, I didn't even need to speak to the doctor. Cause of death, plasma damage to upper vertebrae, occipital bone, cerebellum. Means basically she was shot in the back of the neck with plasma. An autopsy report on Ruth Bellamy, formerly Halcyon Helen, could be the apex of my profession. Bellamy's corpse shows evidence of several possible causes of death, but I've determined the killing blow was plasma damage to her upper vertebrae, or occipital bone, and cerebellum. Death was instantaneous and painless. Frankly, her death may have come as a relief. She was unwell prior to the attack. High concentration of poisonous compounds in her stomach lining, ingested during her last meal. Not lethal, but uncomfortable in the extreme. Spencer Woolrich complained of similar stomach ailments. Is this a problem common to professional actors? Intriguing. Patient logs. Hartford Bosch. John W. says Goodnight as in Captain Goodnight. Is that a reference? It could be. I don't know. I'm not familiar with that. Hartford Bosch back pains. Another day, another case that bores me to drink. The ill-fated Byzantine of the hour thought it prudent to gorge himself on enough purpleberry wine to incapacitate a primal. He then attempted to reach the lobby by stairs rather than elevator and fell down 6 flights. Automechanical servants broke his fall. He broke their servo mechanisms and will be billed accordingly. Fractures in left clavicle, right femur, parietal bone, ribs, more injuries than brain cells. I recommended replacing purpleberry wine with Rizzo's Spectrum Violet in order to appease Rizzo's company policy. Patient log, Nina Han. Finally, something a little different from the norm. Ms. Han came in earlier today escorted by her sister. Apparently not long after arriving on Eridanos, the two of them went on a trip through the purpleberry orchards. Ms. Hand's sister visited the puzzle hedges, but quickly became lost. When she eventually made her way out, Ms. Hand was nowhere to be found. The sister claimed that Ms. Hand returned to their hotel room several hours later, but has been unusual ever since. Her sister described the patient as formerly sullen, morose, phlegmatic, and given to melancholia. Her demeanor has transformed into an unpleasant degree of levity and shocking enthusiasm toward everything. I suggested vast quantities of cheap alcohol, so it sounds like she got one of those little purple neckworms. Turn to root. Okay, and that's that. Captain Goodnight was a video game in the 80s. All right, cool. That could very well be a reference. A lot of the people working at Obsidian have been around for a very long time. Halsey and Helen, there's the corpse. Okay. And let's go ahead and talk to Dr. Goodnight just because we can.
Not a moment too soon. I've just finished my autopsy report.
Yeah, I read your report on your terminal.
You know, that is a remarkably brazen invasion of privacy. I feel a strange combination of annoyed and flattered. Would you humor me? I really was looking forward to delivering my autopsy report. It's one of the perks of my profession.
Just give me the quick version.
Poison in Bellamy's stomach. Toxic, but not enough to kill her. Spencer Woolrich also had a stomach ailment recently. No such thing as coincidences. Was that efficient enough for you?
Indeed it was. So I should go. So someone was obviously trying to poison Helen.
Almost certainly. Well, possibly they were trying to make her extremely uncomfortable, but I suppose killing her would also satisfy that criterion.
I suppose it would. You sure it wasn't just the hotel food?
The thought occurred to me. I tested this hypothesis by vacating the contents of my stomach and testing for the presence of the same toxin. Slightly elevated levels of mercury and an alarming amount of blue food coloring. But other than that, no. I'm certain it wasn't, as you put it, just the hotel food.
You did what?
I did science. You know, my profession.
Okay, fine. I guess I should go speak with Spencer then.
Conversations with Mr. Woolrich tend to spontaneously transform into monologues. You'll find him on the VIP guest floor. I'd best return to work, Inspector. Autopsies always whet my appetite, and all this talk of food is distracting me.
I'll be back. So we need to go talk to Spencer. Concierge and Spencer. So we're going to have to talk to the concierge to get access to the VIP floor. Okay. But we are... It's over. Fat Kid asks if I'm on PC, or maybe if that game was on PC. I am on PC, and I presume that game was also on PC. But as I see where we're at in this quest, and I see what time it is, and I know I've got some things I've got to get done tonight, I think we are going to have to call it a night. So we got ourselves a cool science weapon. We got Felix a great new hat and a fancy outfit with a wing thing on the back of it, which is awesome. And we got Parvati to be the bad cop, which was adorable in every way. Yeah, so we had some fun tonight. I'm really enjoying the new DLC. I hope you all are too. I've actually got an extra day off tomorrow, so I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do. There is a weapon video coming out tomorrow. I may jump on earlier in the day and stream something. If I do that, it'll be Fallout 76, just to see what streaming in the middle of the day looks like. I may jump on and do more Outer Worlds tomorrow night. I honestly haven't decided yet. So if you want to watch, if you want to continue, it is possible that I will continue it tomorrow at some point. So keep an eye out, and keep an eye out on my Twitter. I'll definitely post it there if I do. And we'll go from there. I do thank everybody for watching tonight. And Alan, good night. Canaplex says the hat is awesome. Cirque says good night. Good night to all of you. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for your participation. Thank you for the super chats earlier. And thank you all for coming around. I will see you all next time.